The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of Roy's Body Shop Oldham County High School's football starts now.
Good Friday evening to one and all. Good football Friday evening. We are live at Belfield at Chris Landers Stadium in Buckner, Kentucky. It's the Oldham County Colonels hosting the South Oldham Dragons in the big rivalry week. Last week, South Oldham hosted North Oldham. This week, the Dragons on the road at the Colonels. And alongside Hall of Famer Gary Satori, I'm Paul Najar. And Gary, you've been a part of this rivalry for a long time, many years as a coach, as a participant, as a fan, and in so many ways. This week is one you point to all year on the calendar.
Paul, this is one of the most exciting weeks for Oldham County and for South Oldham. It starts on Monday. They schedule every fall. And, I mean, if they could, they'd schedule the winter, they'd schedule the spring, just this week alone because of the rivalry. It's just such a great atmosphere. And Oldham County, it's going to be packed. Every night that Oldham County, South Oldham, or North Oldham plays at home, this community supports them. It's incredible.
An incredible crowd tonight. A beautiful night. Perfect night for football. It's the last weekend of summer. As the 21st coming up this week. It's the 16th now, and it's the last weekend of summer, and boy, did they come out full throttle here. A terrific crowd, packed crowd expected, probably over 2,500 fans. You see the far sideline in the all-black shirts. That's the South Oldham side, the visiting sideline, in their dark green, whatever. I can't see that well, and they're in the shade. And then on this side, on the near side here, the big, wonderful Colonels, man. That marching band was something else. Saw them warming up. We're going to be we're going to see a treat. But first, we got to talk about the action on the field, Gary. A little bit of disappointing results so far for Oldham County, the host Colonels and Coach Tayshawn McBroom. A great season last year, 8 wins, but they're winless this season. They lost a key member of their offense in their sophomore quarterback Noah Stinson. But what's Coach McBroom expecting from his group tonight?
Well, I'll tell you what, you're right. When you have such superior numbers and you have such a strong senior class last year, you know, the underclassmen sometimes, because of that strong class,
good point.
The next year you really are not getting that much varsity Friday night. So the inexperience of coming out this year has really paid off. And not paid off at all. In fact, the offensive line is so young. It's about week 5. Hopefully you're going to see more offensive line play. But I know Coach Stinson is a heck of a line coach. And I know he's keep working with them each week. And, you know, his son, I saw him scrimmage against Manuel. I thought he was absolutely amazing. Nice young quarterback. He's a sophomore. His dad told me he's a great baseball player. And so he's excited about getting healthy and coming back next year. Now, I talked to Coach McBroom. He says his senior core wide receivers is going to be the key tonight. It's really going to be exciting to see if they can get enough time to be able to throw the ball. But the quarterback that's leading now, you know, I think he needs, you know, to be able to get a little bit more time and be able to find that short routes versus the deep routes.
And that would be Zach Davis at quarterback, or it's number 19, sorry, Whitten McCary.
Mr. McCary, yes.
Yes, or McCraney, sorry, McCraney. And you have, you know, you're finding something, you're working on something, and that's what the Colonels have to do against the tough, a very well-coached and seasoned now. They're just 1-3, but don't let that record fool you. The South Oldham Dragons head coach Jamie Reed, so much success through the years, and his 108th registered his 108th career win last week in the rivalry game over North Oldham, where their offense just played downhill and so effectively. Just talk a minute, Gary, about what this team can do and what they got back to get them on track for a win last week.
Well, I tell you what, being on North Oldham's old staff, when we thought we were really good, and we played against Jamie Reed. And first of all, you're right, his coaching staff, offensive, defense, special teams are really good, and they stay with Coach Reed. So that tells you a lot about Coach Reed himself. But this offensive line for South Oldham is huge.
That's a small college line.
That is a small college line, and I guarantee you they can absolutely come off the ball and really open up a lot of holes. Now, Coach Reed, he's balancing his offense. He's going to go ahead. Now, he's an old school. He's going to run belly. He's going to run triple option. He's going to run that jet option, which is underneath the center. It is very good, sound, great football.
They used it quite effectively last week, especially in the first drive against North Oldham to set the tone against a tough North Oldham defense, and that opened the floodgates, opened some avenues for later in the game where they took advantage of their speed around the edge and made some big plays. So they set up the game for you. The crowd's still filing into here to Chris Lander Stadium in Belfield. It's going to be a beautiful night for Oldham County football. We're going to have more with our coaches interview with Coach Reed. Gary got a chance to talk with him. We're going to have that when we return. You stay with us on Glycod Sports.
Car's been damaged. Regardless of make or model, visit the experts at Roy's Body Shop. Roy's is locally owned and operated with free towing and lifetime warranty on all collision repairs. Plus, they provide deductible savings for every insurance claim. Open weekdays 9 to 5 at 2604 Highway 146 in LaGrange. Give them a call at 502-222-0948 or online at roysbodyshop.com. Roy's Body Shop. Collision repair for the people.
Summer is here. That puts a lot of strain on your air conditioner. Are you ready? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for an HVAC checkup. Because the last time you want to find out your air conditioner isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window, so you won't be kept waiting all day. We're fully stocked and prepared, and 90% of our calls are repaired that day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
Your surprisingly great rates? Contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in, like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Anderson Sales and Service in Crestwood, making your life easier with quality products and quality service.
Coach, how's it been? This is rivalry week against OC. How was practice this week?
We had a great week. This is the second rival week for us. We had North last week. We got OC tonight. And if I was a smarter coach, I probably wouldn't schedule those back-to-back like that. But our guys have had a great week, and we're really excited about tonight.
Well, I tell you what, your offense really turned it up last week. Do you plan on basically having the same game plan, or do you have something new for OC?
We always try to add a wrinkle about once a week. But for the most part, we're who we've always been, right? We just kind of window dress it and change the formations around. But really, at the end of the day, we're always going to be trying to off tackle, a little bit of triple option, and play just some base football.
Well, I know I've had the privilege to coach against you 6 times when I was at North Oldham, and we were always wondering what you were going to do next. You were always adventurous on what you're going to be playing offense, but defensively, how do you feel defense is going this year?
Well, we had to change some things up. Last week, we put in our 4-3, put our base 4-3 that we ran for 9 straight years. We had some lineman issues with some ineligibilities early, some injuries early, and so we finally got a full roster of linemen. So we were able to sneak our 4-3 back in there a little bit, and I'm hoping that it wasn't just the newness that made us have success last week. I'm hoping it's actually something that we can be a little bit proficient at and setting the edge especially that's going to help us win some games.
Well, I know you have a great staff that's been with you for a long time, and I know that the players play hard for you. Is there anything special that you like to say to the fans tonight or just to close up the interview?
Yeah, no, hope we have a good game tonight. We really respect OC. Being in our county, we want to beat them, of course, but we have a great county, and this is great for our kids. It's great for our community, and, I just hope the Dragons do their part tonight.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck.
Appreciate it.
Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
Looking for sound, prudent financial advice? Did you know that one of the brightest and best financial advisors is in your own backyard? Robin Lawson of Financial Solutions Incorporated has a mission to understand your long-term goals and to create a specific strategy just for you. Robin understands the challenges that face most of us today and offers fresh, out-of-the-box thinking that can put you on the road to financial freedom. Contact Robin Lawson today at 502-225-9900. That's 502-225-9900 or visit lawsonfinancial.net.
Welcome to WDRB Home Design here at Watts Home Center. Today we're talking lighting, specifically outdoor lighting with Maddie. What are some of the obstacles your clients face with outdoor lighting?
Well, anybody can really come in here and just pick out a fixture for the way that it looks. However, the real obstacle comes in knowing how many to use, where the placement needs to be, and what type of fixture to use to really bring emphasis to those focal points outside their home.
And the Watts team can help with this?
Yes, of course. We actually have designers like myself and electricians on hand here, so we can really help our customer from the start to finish of the whole design and installation process.
Tell us about the range of light fixtures that you have here.
Yeah, so here at Watts Home Center we carry various interior decorative fixtures, exterior fixtures, landscape fixtures, and commercial luminaires. We've really been able to help our customer find any type of fixture they're looking for.
And that's WDRB Home Design here at Watts Home Center.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools football from Glycod.
And welcome back to Belfield at Chris Landers Stadium alongside Hall of Famer Gary Satori. I'm Paul Najar, and Gary, we've got keys to the game. Tonight's keys to the game are presented by Watts Home Center in LaGrange, design that feels like home, and our Watts Home Center keys to the game for first the visiting Dragons of South Oldham.
Well, Jamie Reed is offense. He's a genius when it comes to offense. He always has a great game plan, so I'm expecting that triple option. I'm expecting the belly. I'm expecting the jet, but he has some reverses, and when he's in gun, he does that read. Last week they scored against the defensive end because they were doing a quarterback read, and the quarterback just absolutely took off and was to be able to score. So I'm seeing just a well-rounded offense with that big offensive line. Defensively, I know that they are going to be solid. I'm expecting special teams.
That switch to the 4-3 really showed up last week.
Yeah, I definitely think that with the 4-3, that's what he used to run. And then what he did was he took the secondary and played with them and dropped it into a 4-4. He's going to do a lot of different things with that secondary. That's the reason why he's into that 4-3.
Let's now switch to the homestanding Oldham County Colonels and Tayshawn McBroom's side, their youth, their keys to the game, the Watts Home Center keys to the game for Oldham County.
I think maturity, it's week 5. You've got to get all those kinks out of the way, and now you're going to start seeing a little bit maybe of unity on that front line. That's the key right there. Their offensive young line has to mature and has to be ready. Now, I've heard that South Oldham's defense is not as big as that big offensive line they have, but they're very quick. So they have to be prepared against that quick defense, and so they're going to throw that ball. I really do believe that.
They are very quick up front, those South Oldham Dragons, and those, folks, are your keys to the game presented by Watts Home Center in LaGrange. Design that feels like home. We're going to come back with more on our pregame show live here from Oldham County High School. It's Chris Lander Stadium. It's Bell Field in Buckner, Kentucky on a perfect fall night, summer night, almost fall, for football. Stay with us right here on Glycod Sports.
Car's been damaged. Regardless of make or model, visit the experts at Roy's Body Shop. Roy's is locally owned and operated with free towing and lifetime warranty on all collision repairs. Plus, they provide deductible savings for every insurance claim. Open weekdays 9 to 5 at 2604 Highway 146 in LaGrange. Give them a call at 502-222-0948 or online at roysbodyshop.com. Roy's Body Shop. Collision repair for the people.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters. Colossians 3:23. Stinnett Plumbing, proudly serving Oldham County with a complete array of services from faucet fixes to bathroom renovations. Locally owned, built on integrity, and committed to bringing exceptional quality work to you. On call 24 hours a day for emergency repairs. Phone 502-690-3070. Stinnett Plumbing. You're watching Oldham County High School's football from Glycod.
I'm here with head football coach Tayshawn McBroom of the Oldham County Colonels. Rivalry week with South Oldham. Coach, how do you feel like this week's practice went?
I thought we had some good days. A couple of days where we just had to keep the tempo up. But overall, I felt like I went Tuesday, Wednesday practice went really well.
I tell you, coaching 30 years, I know when you have a great program the year before and then it's rebuilding year. Mm-hmm. How do you feel this has gone so far? This is week 5. Mm-hmm. How's the process going?
It's been some ups and downs, some highs and lows. I told the guys we done got our nose busted, our lip busted, so we got to keep getting off the stool and continue to fight. So that's all we're trying to do today is come out, put on a good show, and fight to the end.
Now, you've watched South, especially with North. Anything that you all prepared defensively that you think you got the edge, or what do you think their offense and your defense, what do you think that you've got for them?
I expect the hard-nosed game, maybe some miscues early just because of the intensity of the day. But when the smoke settles, I expect some wing T stuff. I expect some shots. And then for us offensively, just being able to take advantage of some matchups we get on the perimeter. They'll be a little beefier inside, so I want to get on the perimeter early, get those big guys moving east to west, and then later on punch it up the middle.
I agree. I think, you've got some speed. I watched you play Fern Creek. I thought you guys absolutely did some good things against them.
Yeah.
So, again, any key players this week that you'd like to brag about tonight?
I just think my senior receivers are going to show up for me today. I'm going to roll with Kingston Doongan to start out. Big arm kid, so we're going to look to take some shots when we get those one-on-one matchups.
Well, thanks, Coach. Good luck. And like I said, I gave Coach Reed a chance. Anything you want to say to the fans tonight?
Nah, just be loud, support us, man, and keep these guys up for 4 quarters.
I appreciate it, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you, man.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools football from Glycod.
And welcome back. It is rivalry week here at Oldham County High School. The homestanding Colonels against the visiting South Oldham Dragons and Gary Satori. Rivalry week. I mean, even the weather's cooperating. 82 degrees right now, probably closer to about 78 out here in Oldham County. Beautiful skies. We're about 30 minutes from sundown. These guys are ready for Friday night lights. But, you talk about what these teams have done. And so far this year, Oldham County, South Oldham, the visitors, 1-3. A competitive game, opening game against Cal, but that Cal team is really talented, and they got whitewashed against they got beat 38. I think it was 38-0 in that first game. They lose a couple more, but then they come back, and that progress. Jamie Reed talks about opening the season, getting everybody on the same page. They're almost in full stride right now, aren't they?
They are, but I tell you, that last week, it's a rivalry as well.
Yeah.
South and North. I mean, there's no blood loss on that one. and I'll tell you what, last week, South Oldham had a total of 192 yards passing, 260 yards rushing with a total of 452 yards. That's moving and controlling the ball. They did an outstanding job. Number 12 quarterback Nick Hamilton, 49% passing.
Impressive.
Yeah, and then number 4 running back Jeffrey Burton, 335 yards. I mean, now I know I said 260 yards rushing, but I think total maybe this year.
He has 335 total. He does.
Yeah.
But when you look, they lose to Cal 38-0. They lose to Fairdale at Fairdale 21-12. They drop a 41-0 decision at home against Ballard, and then they take care of North Oldham 41-9. And now the homestanding Tayshawn McBroom led Colonels here, they're taking the field, leading on with the American flag onto the field. They have lost opening game to Simon Kenton, lost at Shelby County, then at Fern Creek, a tough, hard-fought game, and it resulted in a 9-6 defeat. And then last week at Meade County. So they start 0-4. You talked about their youth and their development. What will you be looking for primarily? I think I have an idea of what it is, but what will you be looking for primarily in this game?
I love this sophomore class, and I'm going to tell you about a young man. He's number 3, Miller Brown. He's the defensive back for Oldham County. This young man, not only is he a great football player, but he's an excellent wrestler. He had, I think, 2 interceptions against Fern Creek. Just an absolute young, and that's what I like. The freshman team had an excellent win against South. The JV team had an excellent win this week against South. So the future, and I've heard the middle school team is pretty doggone big. So the future for Oldham County looks really bright. But right now, they're just going to go ahead and just do the best they can with just young talent on the field. And
building on those experiences. You know, you had a senior-laden team last year that won 8 games, and the guys in the backup, you know, it's all okay until those guys are gone.
Right.
And then when you have to step in, Tayshawn McBroom's old coach, Bob Beatty at Trinity High School, always used to say, you got to see what happens when the lights come on and what happens to their eyes. What happens to their eyelashes? Are they blinking a lot? Are they staring out into space? Are they shocked? He always talked about that, and I know Tayshawn has a similar thought process as the captains are on the field with the officials. We're getting ready for the coin toss and the pageantry of the national anthem. But, you know, Tayshawn McBroom is in his second season, 8-7. They're 0-4 this year, obviously. They were 8-3 last year. And Jamie Reed in his 13th season at South Oldham, 108-42, a 728 winning percentage in his 14-season career record. He's 113 wins and 47 losses. That includes coaching at Riverdale, Georgia High School for a year. So we have the coin toss, and it will be South Oldham receiving, and they will be moving left to right in their white jerseys and green pants, green numbers, and Oldham County in their blue jerseys, their home blues, and their white with the half stripe down the side of the leg, and their blue helmets. We'll take our final break and be back with opening kickoff from Oldham County High School. This is the Colonels hosting South Oldham on Glycod.
Welcome to WDRB Home Design here at Watts Home Center. Today we're talking ways to give your home a facelift. Jim, what are some updates and trends for doors this season?
The most popular door of the year so far has been this 3/4 6 light, shown here as a double French door. I've sold this in this configuration, a door with side lights, a single door. People are loving the natural light this year.
In addition to doors, windows are another great way to update your home, right?
Absolutely. There's no better way to increase your home's energy efficiency than new windows. And if you're about to sell your house, nothing looks better on a property listing than new windows.
So can you and your team provide me an estimate to match my particular budget?
Absolutely. With multiple products and vendors, we can work with your budget to get your home the product it needs.
The Watts Home Center team can answer all of your window and door questions. So come on out and see them here in LaGrange, or go to wattshomecenter.com to learn more.
If your car's been damaged, regardless of make or model, visit the experts at Roy's Body Shop. Roy's is locally owned and operated with free towing and lifetime warranty on all collision repairs. Plus, they provide deductible savings for every insurance claim. Open weekdays 9 to 5 at 2604 Highway 146 in LaGrange. Give them a call at 502-222-0948 or online at roysbodyshop.com. Roy's Body Shop. Collision repair for the people.
From Glycod, it's Roy's Body Shop Oldham County High School's football. Roy's Body Shop in LaGrange. Collision repair for the people. Tonight's game is also brought to you by Anderson Sales and Service in Crestwood, making your life easier with quality products and quality service. Watts Home Center, design that feels like home. Thompson Heating and Cooling, making people comfortable. LaGrange Service Center, quality car care since 1964. State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilley. And by Mortensen Family Dental. Now, to the field for all the action from Glycod on Roy's Body Shop, Oldham County High Schools football.
And welcome back, everyone. It is a beautiful night for football as the South Oldham Dragons take the field. We saw Oldham County take the field, and Gary Sartori, our storylines brought to you by Crestwood State Farm agent Leslie Gilley. Our storylines tonight, you know, you've got one side with a real clear vision of what they are, and another side still trying to find their identity. But talk about some of the key players and storylines for Oldham County first, the homestanding Colonels.
Well, I just keep on talking about Miller Brown. You know, it's sophomore, defensive back. I'm seeing, just a young offensive line. I'm not really. I don't know exactly, but I think the wide receiver core is, like you said,
it's Mason Sedaris and Jackson Elkins. Sedaris and Elkins, number 9 and number 80. They're going to need to bring it tonight.
I like the way Coach McBroom talked about. He says those big boys inside, we want them to run east and west. We want them to run side to side. Get them tired. Yeah. Got to get at those kids running side to side. So they're going to use speed. They're going to probably see a little bit of perimeter screens. And just throwing out little sweet passes.
And quarterbacking tonight for OC will be Kingston Dugan. But before they get the ball, they've got to kick off and play some defense. So tonight's storylines brought to you by Crestwood State Farm agent Leslie Gilley. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. We'll discuss more about the storylines for South Oldham as we progress. And kicking off for the Colonels, Jaime Barrera, a junior. Watched him in warm-ups, and he just got better and better all after kick, and he gets it down to the 5, the 6-yard line, fielded by South Oldham, and the Dragons stuck at the 25. That was Oliveris, and he was stuck by number 11, Jackson Martin. Nice hit.
Yeah, I just love the way the defense stayed in their gaps, closed it down. They really did not create any open seams, and I think it was an excellent job by the defense.
And a good return from Oliveris, 21 yards we'll call it, or 20 yards exactly. He took it at the 6, gets out to the 26, so it's 1st and 10 for the Dragons. Quarterback, it is number 12. That is Nicky Hamilton. He takes the snap, fakes the gut, runs the option left, and well defended by that Oldham County defense.
Yeah, it was a nice job. It was the middle receiver that went in motion. He was the pitch man. I really thought that they're really going to go ahead, be patient. The quarterback decided just to go ahead and see how many yards he could get in the first run.
He got 2 yards there. Call it 3. It's 2nd and 7 at the 29. And it got run. That's what we have come to get used to.
Got a nice little dive wedge. Unfortunately, number 72 for South Oldham, it didn't have that helmet on too secure. He's got to sit out for a play.
Button heads. That's Grayson Brashear, 6'4", 300-pound lineman. Brashear is that big senior. And it's 3rd and 1. It was a gain of 6. They come out, split backs, 2 wide right, 1 to the left. And the handoff goes right side. That's Oliveris, and he almost gets it stripped. Good, solid run. 5-yard carry for the first down. Almost stripped of that ball by Josh Soder.
Right, just a nice outside run. Just a nice size. Wide receivers doing their job on stock block and offensive line reaching. But that was just a nice, good outside
and a good read from Hamilton. That was that was an RPO there, or a run. That was an RRO. Split back again, this time the 2 wide left. Hamilton, he decides to fake that handoff right up the gut. There it is. A 15-yard gain on 1st and 10 from the 40. He gets to the OC 45, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Dragons at the 46, actually.
Instead of the power read, that's called a jet read, and it's doing the same thing. He's reading that defensive end. Whatever that defensive end does, he's either going to give it or he's pulling it. Nice job.
He saw that the seam was wide open up the gut.
He sure did.
Now they got a fullback in the backfield. There's the gut run. And just a hammer, but he just keeps moving those legs forward. Nice tackle. Hog-tied there by that was Burton. But
nice job on the defense. Now, when you go against option football, it's read option. The defensive tackle has dive. Defensive end has quarterback. Outside linebacker has pitch. You have to go ahead and be serious, disciplined when you go ahead and go run against.
And that was senior Caleb Wolfenbarger on the tackle. It is 2nd and 6. Ball at the 43. A quick out. Ooh, overthrown. There was a hook versus an out.
Right.
And quarterback read out, wide receiver read hook.
Yeah, it was just a nice little simple hitch route, just like you were talking about, a hook route, a hitch route. But I tell you what, that quarterback couldn't see over that big offensive line. He was like on his tippy toes trying to find out where he was.
What went on there? So now it's 3rd and long 6, short 7. We'll call it at the 42. See if they can sustain this drive. Dragons, that's Hamilton under center. He steps, he releases, look out to the right side, and that is Rylan Varner. Rylan Varner will get that first down.
Usually we like to call that
10-yard gain on 3rd and 7.
We like to call that a gift route. You look and see, first of all, how the defensive backs, the corners, how deep are they? If you can run hitch and throw it, go ahead and throw it, and it's usually a really nice, simple 5-7-yard completion.
And that was Miller Brown on the stop. He's playing man coverages. They're 4 wide. And there's the fake dive inside and a nice little quick hitter over the middle. Will he get there? No, he will not. That was number 21, Julian Miles.
Now, Paul, you were talking about an RPO. This is a run-pass option. That's exactly what happened. He went and read the dive, but he was watching that Will linebacker, the linebacker right over top, and that slot just went ahead. If the Will backer went
followed the runner,
you just throw it right over top of him.
And he hits him for a big gainer down to the 4, 1st and goal. The handoff on the jet sweep. Will Oliveris get in? He is in for the score. And that Luke Oliveris touchdown comes at 9:09 of the first quarter. Luke Oliveris on the 4-yard touchdown run.
This was an impressive opening drive. He did everything simple. Veer option, just like Coach Reed talked about. He ran the jet, ran some reads, simple hitch throws. Just a really nice, simple, showing that we are ready and we're prepared to go against OC's defense. Really nice job on South Oldham's offense.
Well played there, well organized drive. 2 key 3rd down conversions, and that kick up and good by number 12. Or was that was the kicker? We'll get back to that when we return. Hey, it is 7-0. South Oldham in their big rivalry game. 9:09 left in the first quarter. Stay with us right here on Glycod Sports.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut. And the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools football from Glycod.
And welcome back to Oldham County High School. Sam Regan with that extra point. Sam Regan booted it through, and he will line up his team right now and get ready to kick it off as Oldham County is set to receive. They will get their first offensive possession of the contest. Reagan sets his players. The run up. End over end, line drive down to the 6. Picked up there by Miller. Miller looking. Tough little back. He's a free safety hybrid linebacker. He's small, he's tough, he's a great wrestler, quite accomplished. That was Miller Brown on the return. 20 yards, just like South Oldham. From the 7 to the 27, they were 6 to the 26. 1st and 10 for the Colonels.
He stayed patient. He waited for his blocker to be able to go ahead and give him a little bit of time. That shows maturity, even as a sophomore. That was a really good return.
And this is Kingston Dugan under center. And there is a flag on the play, our first flag of the game.
So what happens is their freshman game and JV game, they've been saying this is the cadence. As coaches, you go, what's their cadence? What's their cadence? So McBroom, knowing that he's given up his cadence, he changes it up on the first play to get that first 5 yards.
And they get a free 5. It's 1st and 5. Kingston Dugan stands at 5'6", small in stature, but a strong arm. McBroom likes his arm, and he likes the speed. 3 wide to the short side on the left. He fakes the dive, and he's got one-on-one coverage out to the outside, and his receiver, was looking to make adjustments, got his feet tangled up, and Elkins had no chance once he tripped over that. Got locked up with his defensive battle.
Now, that was a nice, I'm going to go ahead and show play action. And it was a design, I'm going to throw it deep, one-on-one. They saw because this wide receiver, he's a big target.
Yeah, he is.
He's a nice big target.
6'3".
In the corner over there, there's a mismatch in size. So that was that's going to be a good combination for OC to go ahead and throw.
It's Jackson Elkins looking for that one. 2 wide each side. They run that inside handoff, and there's a little speed, little burst.
Now it looks like a little bitty spin dive, maybe a possible trap. It was closed, and he bounced it outside. That was an extra good run by the running back. That was just all natural talent right there. He saw that the hole was closed and bounced it outside.
That was Grant Gilchrist with that 6-yard gain out to the 38 for the first down. Oldham County comes out now. Under center is Dugan. 2 wide to each side. And a good cadence there. Almost draws off South Oldham again. They back away, look to the sideline, readdress the signal, and the call is made. Dugan gets a snap. Reed handoff, outside reach handoff, the stretch play. Yeah, getting back to the line of scrimmage was Gilchrist.
That's an outside zone. And what you're trying to do is exactly what you just said, Paul. You're going to stretch it out. And with speed, you want to capture a seam. Well, South Oldham's defense is not going to let that happen.
Luke Oliveris right there, that number 3. He plays a big factor on both sides of the ball. He's a big factor and a big force with his speed and playmaking ability. Again, 2 wide right, 2 wide to the left, short side of the field on the left hash. Dugan out of the shotgun, gets it, flips it right outside, but a sure tackle, a 3-yard gain, nice pass, nice catch, and a good tackle all the way around.
That's what I like to call is what a college route. One goes, the outside receiver goes out and does a wide receiver. Oh, got a hold.
Ooh, and you've got a personal foul, roughing the passer call against the visiting South Oldham Dragons. That will tack on 15 to that 3-yard gain. So instead of 3rd and 5, it's going to be 1st and 10.
Yeah, automatic first down should be.
Yeah, they'll walk that off from the OC 43 to the South Oldham 42.
Like I said, on that college route, it's the wide receiver going out wide. He does a fade route, and then the inside does a quick out. And you're just going to see who's open. And it's a nice little quick
short
pass.
Or longer.
Yeah,
right.
Just read it.
They go right to the line of scrimmage, trips to the right, fake that inside. They got one-on-one on the left. Dugan puts it up, struggling, battling, fighting. A lot of juke in there. Yeah. A lot of battle there. That was for number 9, Mason Sidoris.
That was iffy. I was expecting a little bit of a yellow flag coming out.
Yeah.
But that could have gone either way, and again, it did. It was a nice defensive play by the defensive back, number 5.
They just seemed to run into each other, didn't they, Gary? And then when they ran into each other, they just held their spot.
Exactly.
They said, I'm not giving, I'm not, and probably a good no call there.
Yeah.
2nd and 10 at the 42 of the South Oldham Dragons. Here comes the Colonels to the line. 3 wide left, short side of the field is the right side, single wide right, and they go left side on that. Oh, he was never down, but I don't think he had his knee down, but
right. When
that was Gilchrist.
Yeah.
1 yard loss.
Again, the outside zone. It's one of those things where you just hopefully create creases, and you go ahead and try to find the seam. Do I go up? Do I bend it outside, or do I break it back? And that way, the linebacker read that. He did a nice job on the path and went ahead and.
Gilchrist is going to get one of them.
Yeah.
He definitely will. Out of the shotgun. Dugan, sprint right, almost sacked, and that one's picked as he goes downfield. He was getting hit, and there is the pick, and there is the 6. South Oldham.
One of those things is a sprint out. They call a sprint out flood patterns.
Julian Miles takes it 70 yards, but there's a flag on the play, and I think it was on the return.
Yeah, that downfield blocking, usually either block behind the back or, something like that. Use your hands for holding. But again, that flood route, when you go ahead and attack.
Was that Jules Davila? No, that wasn't 27, was it? I thought it was 21, but go ahead. Go ahead and say it again.
Well, when you talk about a flood concept, when you sprint out, you're trying to get 3 levels.
Yep.
And it just so happens that these guys have been playing against each other. It's for Little League. OCYO is right behind us, the Little League. So these guys know each other. They've been playing against each other. They were probably on the same teams together. But when you know what your opponent does, you have a good job of prepared against that, and they knew that they're going to go ahead and run a flood route, and the defensive backs absolutely picked their parts and knew exactly how to go ahead and defend it.
We have the officials talking with Tayshawn McBroom right now, discussing the penalty. I believe the penalty would be a sideline issue because the score is going to count. But the flag may have come after the score.
The head official, he's a good man. He's been doing it for a long time. Here we go.
That's sportsmanlike conduct on South Oldham. The touchdown is good. It came after the play. So with 7:05, that 70-yard return.
So maybe that might be accountable on the kickoff.
Yes, it will be.
Yeah.
Or on the PAT. He got a choice there.
Right. It's usually on the next play, and that's where he had the choice. So go ahead and do it on the extra point. Put it way back there.
Interception return. I'll call it 70 yards. It might have been more like 68, or it could have been 72. When I looked up, he was right around the 30 there. So
70 yards sounds good to me.
Yeah. I think that was Julian Miles. We will confirm. And the kick up. Reagan's kick is true. Was that Jackson Fisher? Was that number 2 or number 5? Boy, it's tough to see from my old eyes, I'll tell you.
Your eyes are better than mine.
It's 14-0. It was number 2. It was Jackson Fisher with the left-footed boot. And it was weird because Reagan, the kicker, so Fisher's 2 for 2 on these extra points. And Reagan's a left-footed kicker too, and he'll do the kickoff duty here.
So here we go. OC on return. Lining up.
And a really good series there from Oldham County, but what you saw with South Oldham's defense, they weathered those outs, those deep balls, and they said, "Hey, we're gonna show you something we've got here too." And they've got that 14-0 lead on the strength of a terrific drive and then a strong defensive effort.
This is the old South Oldham that I know, that I think Coach Reed and his staff, 4-3, I believe, is their strong defense. This is where they go to. This is where they know inside and out how
He
to
talked about having some ineligible players, some injuries early in Reagan's kickoff down to the 3-yard line, picked up by Oldham County's
penalty.
Oh, and there is a flag on the play.
Yep. Probably a holding.
Yep. That was Gilchrist on the return.
Yeah, that middle wedge, they call that a middle wedge. So the first deep line they go back to is so many yards, and they kind of get shoulder to shoulder. Then the second wave does the same thing, and then whoever gets the ball, they're going to go ahead and try to get through that middle wedge and find a seam.
Yep. Unfortunately, that penalty will be assessed here. Run out to the 20, or it was called at the 25, but he went down at the 23, or at the 22. So that'll be half the distance down to the 11 and a half, 12-yard line.
12 yard.
So it'll be a 1st and 10 for the homestanding Colonels. And this fans on this sideline, all in blue, around the track. This beautiful facility going to get an overhaul in the spring, isn't it?
Yeah, see, we have been watching the landscapers come out, that the official people that.
Oh, Gilchrist with a nice nifty move.
Nice outside play.
Hesitated, got through that first line of defense, and
I'm excited.
Just a yard short of the first down.
I'm excited for both OC and North Oldham that the Board of Education voted to go ahead and turf both fields. So now all 3 high schools have a turf field. That's excellent, because now you've got everybody being able to use these fields, and you don't, and wear and tear. It just, you're being able to last longer. The cost of it,
upkeep is much easier, and they're going to go from a tight line formation. They decide to run the gut play. Shepard gets maybe an 1/8 of a yard, so it'll be 3rd and short. Again, 3rd and 1.
Yeah, just trying to go ahead and run up the middle, see if they can pop it open. But again,
that four down lineman from South Oldham, really, just a big difference in what they're capable of doing. You see defensive end number 44, Grant Owen Richards. See that big body in the middle?
Yep, number 44, this defensive end. And the linebackers are always good at South. Always.
Number 59, Sam Dawson, 230-pound lineman. That quick pitch out to the right side. Gilchrist hesitates, gets the first, gets the edge. He's gone, 40, 45, and that is a big play. And there is a flag on the play, I believe, on that far side of the field.
Injured South Oldham player.
South Oldham player is down. Gilchrist gained 24 on the play, and that one's coming back.
That kid is pretty quick.
Ooh,
He's
boy.
got some wheels on him.
And I like his stop and start ability. Actually, they called him down at the 41, so it was a 20-yard gain. Is that a flag over there at the line of scrimmage on that by the number?
Like yes, it does. It looks like it. Probably just downfield blocking, probably a holding call. Unfortunately, when you get those outside sweeps.
Boy, that might have been a little bit of a low, maybe a chop somewhere. We'll see. The ball is coming back.
You know, the thing that I cannot stand.
What's the call? Holding on the offense.
Yeah, it's always disappointing when you see injuries. That's the one thing.
So it's 3rd. We'll take a break during this injury time. It's 5:29 remaining, 14-0. South Oldham leading Oldham County. You stay with us. More first quarter action to come on Glycod.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools football from Glycod.
Shoulder.
But he's not. That's the first time I've ever seen him move. Oh, that's good to Bryson.
We're back, and we see that is big number 55 back up for South Oldham. We couldn't get his number when he was down. That's Griffin Tucker, 6'2", 240-pound interior lineman, the sophomore up under his own power and running, jogging off the field. Good to see that.
You know, it might a stinger. Sometimes if you have
right in that shoulder, yeah.
Yeah, that sometimes it'll shock you.
So let's reset. 3rd and 9 for the Colonels now after that penalty call. The hold on 3rd and 1, negating a great run, 20-yard gain by Grant Gilchrist. This is a very famous last name, Gilchrist. The old Cookie Gilchrist with the Niners, and a nice pass on the out route. Did they get to the line to make the yard to gain?
Looks like they're about 2 yards shy.
Sidoris just shy. Where did they mark it? 21? Did they get it?
Nope. 4th and 1.
It's close. 4th and half a yard maybe.
Yeah.
Tempting in a rivalry game. You got to say no.
You do.
You got to know when to say go and when to say no. And
I think if South Oldham was there with that big offensive line, I
I'd go.
probably would have gone. But I think you just got to be smart. You got to be able to play the field.
And that's where he's playing. Tayshawn McBroom, the coach of the Colonels, deciding to punt this one away. 5:22 left in the first quarter. The snap. And now that is number 12, Jaime Barrera. And his punt, mishandled there by Oliveras, but he quickly dives back on it. So from the 21, that's a 37-yard kick. Not bad result, but at the 43-yard line, South Oldham Dragons will start this next drive.
Oldham County definitely has been practicing hard on their punt team because it was a crucial block that they played against Fern Creek that cost them the touchdown and possibly the game. So they know they have been working on their special teams, and they showed up tonight by protection. It was a good job on the protection for the punt team.
Did indeed, and now South Oldham, chance to score once again. Hamilton, quick release out to the left side, and a very nifty, quick little move. That's Fisher.
I got to be honest with you, this is what you call a gift. Again, we talked about that, just a nice hitch. You're going to go as deep as you can until that defensive back stops, then you stop. So it might be 7 yards. This time it was 10 yards. You know, this is what you create, just a quick
first down. They needed 10, they got 10.
Yeah.
At the 47 now of Oldham. Man in motion, they decide run that option, that triple option, and there is Hamilton. Read it so well. He held on to it, and Sutter gets the tackle, but a 9.5-yard gain, or do they call it a first? No, they don't. They say it's second and short.
I like the experience of Hamilton. He had the opportunity to go ahead and pitch it, but his pitch key was way too far, and so he decided to turn it up and get this yardage. That's experience by a quarterback, especially by an triple option quarterback.
And just a junior is Nick Hamilton. Played great last week. He decides to give that dive a shot, and boy, does it go the right way. A solid 7-yard gain for a first down to the 32-yard line, 31-yard line of Oldham County.
That right side, right tackle and right guard for South Oldham, not only doing a nice double team, but they chipped off and went down and found a linebacker. This is really...
These guys, we're going to feature them soon enough. They are really, really tough. And there is the lead up the gut. Oliveras, that is a pitch, a power trap. You see Big 77 leading the way through that hole. These linemen, that was Matthew Wells. You had Corbin J up there, Grayson Brashear doing a heck of a job up front, along with, as well, Toby Sircone.
This is what you call a counter trap.
Yep.
So a counter tray. So what happens is the left side of the line, they just wash everything down. It's called gap scheming. They block everybody down. And then that
down to the right.
Yep. And then the right guard he pulled, his job is to kick out the first defensive lineman past the offensive tackle. And then the offensive tackle follows that guard, and he inserts up and goes and gets the linebacker.
Follow me. That's the old play that made Louisville's Western High School and University of Louisville's Joe Jacoby.
I was just getting ready to say that Coach Gibbs at the
Redskins.
The Redskins.
They were made it famous. Him and Mark May, counter tray left, counter tray right. My brother's old roommate, Joe Jacoby at U of L.
Yeah, I tell you what, that's a famous play. And it really takes time to be able to get that down, because if the left side of the line did not wash everything down and get everything blocked, that's when defenses blow that play up. But excellent job by the offensive line for South Oldham.
Got to meet Joe a couple of times. And funny stories, too.
Yeah.
Great guy.
Yeah.
Great guy. And that was a terrific play. 1st and 10 at the 18. And Hamilton hands it off. Up the gut goes Burton for 15 down to the 3. 1st and goal. Or did he fall short? Nope. They said his knee was down outside the 5. So
what that
1st and goal at the 7.
It's a combination. They call it a jet sweep. So quarterback turns around and fakes the jet, but all of a sudden he gives it inside belly left. So we used to call that jet left, belly left, to be more simple. And that's exactly what South Oldham and Jamie Reed's offense is all about.
1st and goal at the 7. There it is. Burton again, up the gut, churning, and into the end zone he goes. It's a touchdown, 20-0 now. South Oldham.
Exactly.
Rolling.
He did it. Jamie called it to the left. He said it was really good, so I'm going to go ahead and call it to the right. So it's jet right, belly right, gave it to the tailback or to the fullback, and absolutely led up the middle for a nice 6 points.
Burton with the 7-yard TD. Jackson Fisher again on for the extra point. Down, up, good. It is 21-0 here at Oldham County. The South Oldham Dragons leading this rivalry game. 21-0, 3:29 left in the first. Stay with us, folks, right here on Glycod Sports.
You do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters. Colossians 3:23. Stinnett Plumbing, proudly serving Oldham County with a complete array of services from faucet fixes to bathroom renovations. Locally owned, built on integrity, and committed to bringing exceptional quality work to you. On call 24 hours a day for emergency repairs. Phone 502-690-3070. Stinnett Plumbing. You're watching Oldham County High Schools football from Glycod.
Welcome back. Oldham County, Belfield here, and the host Colonels need to find some success quickly. Gary Satori, your assessment of trying to stay in this game, 3:29 to go in the first quarter, down 21-0. And the score doesn't indicate, I think, how they're playing pretty well. They've had some opportunities.
Yeah, I definitely think so. I think OC just needs to go ahead and just control the clock, throw short passes. You don't have to go out there and do the sprint out. You don't have to throw the deep passes. Do something that's controlled, just like South Oldham. It's quick 5-yard, 7-yard hitch routes, quick little outs that they were already running. Move the ball, be patient, and own the clock.
Small successes leading to bigger ones.
Exactly.
Reagan with the kick, picked up at the 10. That was Gilchrist for a 25-yard return. And the Colonels have the ball 1st and 10 at the 35.
The tailback for OC. What's his name again?
Gilchrist.
This kid has got some wheels.
Yeah, he does.
So,
34-yard line, so 24-yard return.
Just go ahead and do the same thing that they've been doing. Kind of give it a little bit off tackle, let him find the crease, throw you little quick routes, and just control the ball. Because if you're going to go ahead and start throwing deep and trying to get the quick touchdown, this is when you're going to go and unfortunately be 3 and out.
Let's see if they play hash play again. 2 wide right, 1 left. There he goes. He goes to the left side, the wide side of the field, but very well contained by that edge rusher. That is 44. That is Grant Owen Richards. 59, big number 59.
Yeah.
Sam Dawson. Dawson and Richards, all those guys up front playing so well together now that they're 4 across.
Well, that's
last week and this week.
Everybody's been talking about how quick the defensive line is for South Oldham. They're quick. And you got that big, nice linebacker core behind them.
And
bootleg.
Out to the right, into the flat, and a nice catch and turn up field.
This is what
Dugan's
Wait.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
This is what you call a setup. It's a bootleg. He's been running that outside zone. Then the quarterback goes ahead and keeps it, and they run the opposite way to throw the ball. That's what they call a bootleg pass. And this is a really nice package. Again, do something you've been running the outside zone. Now
Find some little success.
Yes.
Build one after another, then maybe take a crack when you lull them to sleep.
Exactly.
So it's 3rd and a long yard, 2 yards, let's call it. They call it 3 here on the scoreboard. 3rd and 3. Dugan out of the shotgun, fumbles a snap. Now he's got to go and make something of it, and he does. He gets out, spins out to the right side, gets the first down, and another 10 yards downfield.
I can't tell you how many times the coaches turn around going, I designed that play. So that was a bad snap. It was supposed to be a jet play. Quarterback
slipped his hands and
recovers, but that's what a good athlete does. He recovers, makes the best out of it, and look, and marches down the field.
And he has to sprint to the sideline to get the call from his coach, and you can tell he took a pop on that hit.
Yeah.
But a good 15-yard gain or 14-yard gain on 3rd and 3.
Nice composure, nice leadership by him.
They're at the 48 of the opponent. That is the South Oldham Dragons on defense there. 3 wide right, 1 left. They're going to take a shot downfield here. They fake the dive, and here comes the rush, and that's going to be a face mask on Grant Owen Richards for the Dragons.
Nice little, they were going to go ahead and try to get this one-on-one with the down here number 9 versus number 5, wide receiver for OC. But again, that little sprint out, if the offensive line doesn't know where your quarterback is, it's hard to protect him.
Mason Sidoris.
So I don't know if that was
receiver.
I don't know if that was a design for him to sprint out, or he was just going to go ahead and do some things on his own. But if that offensive line doesn't know where his quarterback is, it's hard to protect him.
So that was a first down play. The flag is in the backfield, face mask. Where will they march it from? They march it from the line of scrimmage on the defensive penalty. If that was a holding penalty, they'd march it back right from where they were in the backfield.
Right. Again, this is exactly what we talked about.
Hold on a second. I don't understand the high school rule of marching it off from the spot of the foul.
That's where the penalty occurred. But it's an automatic first down.
Yeah, it is. And it's just...
Yeah.
Those are different rules on this level of the sport, and the officials executed it properly. So it's 1st and 10 for the Colonels at the Dragons' 38-yard line. Oldham County in the spread, out of the shotgun. Dugan takes it, looking, throws wide left. He got a really nice arm.
He does.
That was just a little too tall for his receiver, Isaac Bowman.
This is when South likes to go ahead and blitz. I look for, and we used to prepare against South Oldham because of the twist stunts by the defensive linemen, and then they would bring a linebacker blitz. So he felt a little pressure. He felt like when he was backpedaling, he threw it off his back foot. He's got to stay composure. He has
that
a little
ball
bit of
sailed
time.
a little on him there.
Yeah. So he's got to step up. He threw out when he was throwing back off his back foot. Stay in composure, stay and throw off that front foot.
And they are getting the mark. 5 seconds. No, that's now the official puts up his hands at back judge. They snap it up the gut run. Just nothing there for Gilchrist. And he is stopped for a 5-yard loss. The TFL for that South Oldham quick front four.
Now the defense is absolutely putting pressure now. They're pinching, they're slanting, they're creating different movements in the gaps to create this, because in that zone blocking, you're stepping one direction, and then if you go off the backside, there's no one to block them right instantly, and then there you go, creating that seam, and that's really why I got him back negative 5 yards.
Yeah, 4. Call it 4. It's 3rd.
Yeah.
And 14 as we approach the end of the first quarter. Oldham County, one final play. Receivers 2 wide left, 2 wide right. Empty backfield. Roll left does Dugan. Dugan against his arm. Oh, and he just read so well by number 7. And that is Nathan Hale on the pick. He stepped right underneath it, read it all the way, in the safety spot. Nathan Hale gets the pick. Surprised there wasn't a little laundry on the field with a little bit of good-natured.
Yeah, there's a little bit of taunting going on.
Chatting.
Yeah, a little chatting going on. Again, there's the flood route. And again, if you've got to throw it quicker than what he's doing, because that's giving the defense time to get underneath the routes. So if he's going to continue throwing that flood, his quarterback coach is saying you got to throw it just
you got to throw it
quicker.
earlier because once you telegraph it, the defense is going to be there.
Yep, so you got to throw it when they're breaking, not when they're already broke.
4.6 seconds left. The fake, the pump, the delivered deep. Hamilton, and that one was almost picked by Mason Sidoris from Oldham County.
Yeah, nice job by the free safety. He saw that, came over, and was able to defend it. Nice
That was
job.
the longest 3.2 seconds, or 3 seconds ever. I mean, it was 4.6. Now there's 1.6.
This is you want to say it's a fast quarter, but, it's been an interesting first quarter.
An injury, a couple of penalties, some stoppages in play, and that dive will be the last play of the first quarter. At the end of one, it is 21-0 in favor of the visiting South Oldham Dragons. They'll face a 3rd and 8 when we return on Glycod Sports.
Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools football from Glycod.
We are set to start the second quarter. It's 21-0. South Oldham with the ball, facing a 3rd and 8 from their own 38-yard line. Alongside Gary Satori, I'm Paul Najar. And Gary, this South Oldham Dragons, boy, they have been efficient all night long.
They sure have. Oh, nice.
And there is the quarterback sweep, the fake, and just a terrific read.
That was absolutely, I was expecting like
From
anything
Nick Hamilton.
else.
Yeah.
The jet, and then there's the belly, and then they stopped the belly. They came in, but the quarterback kept it and went for a nice break. Now, again,
There's
somebody's
an injury
hurt.
on the far sideline. It's an Oldham County player. He is down right on the South Oldham sideline, being tended to immediately by the trainers from South Oldham. And you see the class of that Dragons program.
Taking a
Both
knee.
teams all taking a knee. Let's hope everything turns out.
Oh, he stood up.
He stood up, said, that is number 55, Wade Medding. He is coming off with some of the physio staff.
So
trainer here.
Jamie will set it up, and again, you'll see it a little bit later, but he's got to reverse off of that jet and off of that belly.
And it's a late reverse. I think I know exactly what you're talking about. That is one unexpected blast play.
This is one of those things where it's later in the game, but you're yelling it to your players to the backside.
Yeah.
You're saying, watch out for counter, watch out for reverse. Yeah.
And I don't know if it'd be a good idea to put that on tape right now, but, this early in the season, you might want to save that one.
Well, Jamie, he's going to say, I'm going to show you everything, and you defend it.
Under center, Hamilton takes it, hands it off, that backside jet sweep, and there in the backfield.
Excellent job. One of the things that you brag
Miles
about.
knocked down by, was that Caden Shepard? Yeah, Caden Shepard.
One of the things that you talk about on the jet sweep is like there's no way a 3 technique or back can go ahead and tackle this. So he did a great job because for a lineman, he saw that and stretched it out. So what happened was the guard pulled probably. And then he went ahead and was able to be quick enough and
shot
deep
the
enough
gap.
and shot the gap. When you see that jet, he automatically did a great job and went where he's going to be.
You got tight formation, the dive off the right side on 2nd and 15, and a short gain for Burton. Brought down again by Shepard, calling his name, back-to-back plays, and it is 3rd and 12 for South Oldham.
Yeah, this is a nice belly. He just goes ahead and he puts you to sleep. Belly, belly, belly. And then all of a sudden, sometimes he might come back with a counter off that, or he pulls it, and then he has that reverse.
And that tight formation again. They run that same spot, and it is held up there and strung out well. And there's a flag down.
A little bit aggressive. Looks like some tackling going on.
Officials gathering to discuss this flag. That was aggressive, but we're not sure exactly how it's going to shake out.
You know, all week, we used to have to control, with social media.
Yeah.
You have to control. All week they're starting, Sunday, even Saturday after last week's game, and it's a big rivalry, they start doing social media like posts, and you have to tell them, stop.
Yeah, and it's just such an unnecessary thing. It's just noise.
Yeah.
And I grew up in a different era.
Yeah.
And that noise would culminate with a pep rally. And inevitably, our pep rally games, I would tell my teammates, guys, we can't expend this much energy.
Right.
You just can't. This is noise.
Right.
It's great fun, yeah, but it's noise, and you can't allow that noise to hinder your performance
exactly
in any way.
Now, I don't know if that social media was going on, but this is one of the things that we always used to preach to our players is like, don't do talking with the phone.
Yeah.
Do it with your
actions.
pads.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's a 5-yard face mask on the defense.
Yes.
So it'll be 3rd
and 4th,
or should be 4th
Yeah.
and 3,
That's-
2,
it's
4th
showing-
and 2.
It's showing fourth down with 3 yards to go.
Yeah, that's what it says on the scoreboard
But
here.
with the penalty, I'm wondering if they went ahead and it's 3rd down.
Well, it's going to be 4th, and it is a 2-yard. We're right here on that line.
Yep.
They got to get to the 42. They're at the 44. Tight formation are the Dragons. Under center, Hamilton. He fakes, rolls back, one-on-one, down. No, double cover, deep. Oh, it was in his hands. He couldn't reel it in. Was Reagan. And
excellent job again.
Sidoris and Miller on the play on defense.
Yeah.
Very well done.
Very well done because the free safety helped out that corner. Only one receiver looked to go ahead and release, so that free safety was there. Nice double coverage.
Okay.
Again, it was lucky. He was lucky. He could have catched it.
The down marker was correct. It was 3rd down. The scoreboard said 4th. Now it's 4th down, and they get another chance. And they roll left as Hamilton, and he is trapped in the backfield. He cannot. He gets a yard, but he needed 2. And the Oldham County Colonels stack 1 win on this with this great defensive effort, and they'll get it over on downs at their own 43.
Excellent defense of being disciplined. Stay home. Don't go chasing. Stay in your gap. Stay in your zone area. Wait for the defense or the offensive player to come to you. That was really good discipline by OC's defense.
Absolutely. First down.
No.
Are they going to measure?
No, I don't think so.
They're a yard short.
No, I think they're setting it up for offense to go.
I get you. The officials.
There's no way.
Oh,
okay.
Goodness, guys.
I really.
This is where you're dealing with a 40-minute first quarter, and you just all these stoppages. It's one thing on the college level to be so blatantly long and
that was
just unintentional
Yeah.
in the game. And another thing in high school for safety and for clarity. So the high school, the officials are so clear on, especially when you had a good group of veterans working about what they need to do and why they need to do it, and explaining it not only to both sidelines, but to the fans as well.
Exactly.
So it's first down for the Colonels, heading left to right on your watching device, whether it's your phone or your tablet or your Apple TV, whatever it is. Deep I formation, single back, man in motion left. In the snap, and a miscommunication. Gilchrist went right, Dugan went left, and
This is one of those things where it's just lack of, maybe not enough reps. Maybe it was something new, maybe a new twist, but it was a lack of not knowing where you're going, and unfortunately.
Gilchrist was 8 yards deep in a true I halfback.
Looked like it was going to be a speed option type thing, and then all of a sudden there was no one to pitch, and so the quarterback did a smart thing by holding on to the ball, not doing anything
Yeah, the
crazy.
first down at the 43, now it's second down back at the 37, second and 16. And Gilchrist throws it out to the right side. He has Isaac Bowman. Well done, out to the left side, sorry. It was a nice square out.
This is one of their strengths. This is Oldham County's strength, is that out route. And
gain of 11 near midfield to the 49.
You know, that's the difference between the flood route and the simple out route. There's not a lot of defensive players around, and he guided where to go ahead. And he
guided Bowman, here, go get it.
Go get it. And that's
where
exactly
a defensive player better have 3-3 speed to go get it, because that's not going to happen.
Right. Nice job on that.
3rd and 4 is the call at the 49. Too wide left. Dugan looking. Finds down the middle, and that one's picked. He read that, and they read him, and they were waiting for it. And that's Oliveris. He's going to reverse field, and then he better duck through and goes down. And that pick will result in a first down for South Oldham.
Yeah. That's basically trying to thread that in a lot of different kind of coverages, and the defensive backs were there to be able to take advantage and be able to pick that off. I think his strength is one-on-one, read an outside linebacker, but when he starts getting too deep and all of a sudden there's confusion, maybe the safeties are there.
There were four guys in that general area. They were just playing a deep zone.
Yes.
And a nice pick there by Oliveris. Another turnover.
Now it's going to be interesting to see what Jamie's interested in, what he's doing.
Under center. Fakes a dive. Hamilton pitches left. And a nice little sprint run there.
That's a triple option. What it means by triple option is the quarterback's first read is to give it to the fullback. That's the first read. The second read is the quarterback goes ahead, and now he's looking at what they call the pitch key, and he can go ahead and keep it and run it, or if the pitch key is taking on the quarterback, then he pitches it to the tailback.
That pitch key is either the defensive end or the corner or the linebacker, and well done there. Miles with the first down at the South Oldham 47, and up the gut goes Burton. 11 yards, 10 yards. 11 yards for another first down.
Nice dive. Nice dive.
Growing up in Western Pennsylvania, my high school alma mater, my team would 2,000-yard rushers for seemingly 10 straight years. Didn't matter who you put back there, but that was one bread and butter play. The linemen were so tough.
Yes.
And that was a timeout called by Oldham County. Defense wants to gather and get together. So with 8:20 left in the second quarter, it's 21-0. South Oldham leads. They are driving. We'll take a break. Stay with us on Glycod Sports.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools football from Glycod.
We are back at Belfield here at Oldham County High School. A huge crowd Gary Satori, what would you say, over 3,000?
Oh, easily.
Probably closer to 5.
I love it. The people are standing on the track, just absolutely just watching on the side.
South Oldham, tight formation on this near hash. There is Burton picking, finding, grinding his way. 9 yards, 8 yard, 9 yard gain on first down. It'll be second and a long 1 as he gets down to the 30.
That formation.
Second and 2, we'll call it.
That formation that was ran is what we call an unbalanced formation. So you're showing strength to one side and actually ran away because the defense adjusted to the unbalanced side. So now he's even right now.
Yep. And they've got 2 wide to both sides. Burton in the backfield. He's going to go dive again. Fakes that. Hamilton runs left. And he is whipped down, hog-tied down.
Still, that was
Wolfbarger with the tackle.
Nice little read play. The defensive end kind of slow played it. What you call slow play. The defensive end did not commit to the run, nor did he commit to the quarterback. He let the quarterback make a decision, and the defensive end was able to go ahead and
Caleb
make the tackle.
Wolfbarger held his ground, kept his footing.
Yep.
Chop, chop, chop. Take down that QB with authority. First and 10, though. He got the first down.
I predict a little bit of RPO here pretty soon.
And there's the fake. There's the gut. Oh, that quick slant.
Yep.
And right through the hands. Just a little high, but Oliveris has been a sure-handed player all season for this South Oldham team. Can't quite hold on.
I really like the RPO package that they have. Again, put it, read, and then all of a sudden pull it, and then I'm going to go ahead and throw it.
Hamilton does an excellent job of that.
Yes.
And he's now in the shotgun, 2 wide right, 2 wide to the short side here on the left. He'll sprint right. Hamilton finds his guy. It's just a nice curl out to the sideline for a good gain of right about 10.
This is what they
Could be another first down.
This is what they call like a smash series. It's a read of low to a deep corner. And that corner route that you called, the little hitch right there, it was wide open. He gave it a nice opportunity. But, again, this is the difference between the quarterback zipping it to him and throwing it on the
Zipping it early. First and 10 at the 18. And South Oldham looking at another opportunity to extend its lead. Hamilton takes it. He fakes the head dive, and, again, off the hands high. And that one, if that was Oldham County's offense, both of those tip balls would have been picked off. That's just the way it's going for Oldham County right now. And it's just the way it's going for South Oldham. Those balls land on the turf.
I tell you,
intended for Jackson Fisher.
This is one of the biggest debates when coaches get on the board about routes, and it's a slant route. It is the most difficult completion, and if that quarterback throws it in as hard as he has, it bounces right off their hands.
He's in the shotgun. He hands it off up the middle. Big hole for Burton. He grinds through. He's met after a 9-yard gain. Met solid by Miller Brown.
Exactly. Just a nice
Man, what a good tackle there.
Yeah, inside dive. You got to go ahead. When you're doing this read, option type thing, RPO, you've got to give it to the ball. And with that big offensive line that South Oldham has, you got to go ahead and establish a run game.
And on third down, he fakes a dive. There's Hamilton running left into the end zone, and he makes it 27-0 South Oldham with 6:09.
Counter tray again, both guard and tackle pulling to the right side, and you think automatically that the tailback had it. And the quarterback was so good at being able to ride it and then pull it, and then 6 points. This is one of their strengths. Again, out of the shotgun, that package right there alone, Jamie Reed can run that the rest of the year, and it's so hard to defend.
And that's an 11-yard touchdown for Hamilton, and Fisher, the kick is up, and it is good. We will return to Oldham County. It's 28-0, South Oldham leading the homestanding Oldham County Colonels. Stay with us on Glycod Sports.
Summer is here. That puts a lot of strain on your air conditioner. Are you ready? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for an HVAC checkup. Because the last time you want to find out your air conditioner isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window so you won't be kept waiting all day. We're fully stocked and prepared, and 90% of our calls are repaired that day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools football from Glycod.
Welcome back. Rivalry week, rivalry month for the South Oldham Dragons. Last week they had North Oldham and took care of business early and often against the visiting Mustangs, and this week here at Oldham County.
Now, next year, I believe...
Just giving the Colonels fits.
Yeah, next year, I believe Coach Brown is going, at North Oldham, is going to put OC back on their schedule. So now you're going to defend the Oldham County Cup. And South Oldham, with this win tonight, should flat out get that cup this year. But since North is not on the schedule with OC, the rivalry cup is collecting dust somewhere.
Yeah, well, they'll get that back. The 6A Oldham County Colonels against the 5A South Oldham Dragons. And the O-Zone asking, the announcer here asking the O-Zone to get loud for their school. Great support here at Oldham County. At the 31-yard line, 1st and 10. That was Miller on the return of that Reagan kickoff.
The best advantage right now is your clock. Offense, if you've got the ball, you want to go ahead and control it. Now, this is what they call the inverted bone look.
And that's an inverted bone. You had 3 in the backfield in that wishbone look, but it was wide apart.
Yeah.
You've got the Oldham County band in that end zone down there on the left, getting the team fired up, and that will be a hold on the Colonels. Unfortunate for them. And that first down play moving backwards instead of forward.
In the shotgun, the old wishbone underneath the center, but so they, in gun, so they're going to create, it's almost the same principles, but they put this big defensive lineman, number 45, I believe, as the pistol back, which the pistol means that he's behind the quarterback. Yeah, so sometimes they just give him the ball flat out and say, just run it right up the middle.
Caden Shepard.
Yes.
Get those legs turning, Caden. Get ready.
Yeah, so here's what, again, the inverted bone. There's the dive.
And he's going to run it. Shepard. It's they declined the penalty and they took the down, so it was 2nd and long, and now it'll be 3rd and 11 for the Colonels.
Right. So when you're in shotgun and your offensive line is young, it's best sometimes, I think, just to go ahead and go underneath center, because the ball travels through the shotgun and it gives the defense time to go ahead and
gives them a step or two, but
yeah.
That's a quick snap. Dugan down the right sideline. Can he find his receiver? And looked like he was hindered, and that is the flag coming in.
Yeah, that was a really...
He stopped before he hindered the opportunity of Jackson Elkins to get to that ball.
I thought that was a good call.
Yeah.
I really did.
Yeah.
He was interfered. He stopped him and bumped a bump.
It was Jared Straker, the defender. He thought it looked like he thought the ball was coming down at a little sooner than it did.
Right.
And that is the reason for the flag.
Again, it's Oldham County, it's a positive for Oldham County. Keep the ball, move the chains, first down.
Now that I can see 27's number, Jules Davila, I think he was the one who had that interception return, and that's what I'm going to change it to from Julian Miles. It's going to be Jules Davila.
Again, simple jive to the pistol back, just a simple play. Run the ball.
Just get something going. 4:43, 4:42, clock running, 2nd and 8. And into the game for Oldham County is number 14 at quarterback. That is Zachary Davis. 6-foot junior. Davis out of the pistol. With that wishbone look, he fakes right. He hands off the dive to the right on the inside. And that was Gilchrist just for 1 yard.
Again, this is a nice little package if you're going to go ahead and give it to the tailback to the left of you, kind of go ahead and run it, and then there's a possible speed option away from where you gave the run play. There's a lot of combinations to this, and a lot of, they're called run option, and then there's the RPO off of that, there's run pass option. You can do a whole series of offense just with this setup right here.
Same formation, pistol, 3 across, flank, the quarterback flanked by 2 halfbacks, and that is going to be a good cadence there.
This is week
from the Oldham County Colonels. Will draw 5 free yards.
Now, this is week 5. This is week 5. Again, jumping off, you're right there on the defensive line. You should be looking at the ball, but he does a really good job of his voice.
Crossing midfield now to the 48.
When the quarterback's reflection of his voice, maybe going ahead and being a little bit on a hard count, he's doing a really good job to get South defensive line to jump. Nice job.
They did. So now it'll, instead of 3rd and 8, it's 3rd and 3. Zach Davis now with the halfbacks to his right. So an offset. Now they move to the left. An offset bone formation. And he hands it left side. Gilchrist, boy, he's got speed out to the outside. He gets the edge. Can he get to the first down marker? He
shy.
Just shy. Oh, he reached out just. He goes down at the 47, gained 1.
Yeah, that's when you put both backs over there, you're thinking power, inside play, right off tackle.
Yeah, and Jamie Reed calls a timeout here. He wants to conserve that clock. He wants to get as much as he can, as soon as he can.
Yeah, that's
this
smart.
Is a 4th and 3 here.
4th and 3. Now, what does Coach McBroom and the OC staff thinking right now? I'm thinking, it's just like, okay, it's 2:58. Do we go ahead and punt the ball and let them go 80-plus yards and try to defend them? Or are we going to go for it because we're already down 28-0? This is where you got to find out, what is the head coach thinking? What's his opportunity? What do you think he's going to do?
Well, I have a feeling they're going to go for it. They've got he's around his quarterback. I don't know if there's a kicker in that group, but he's got his offensive personnel ready to play. And I think South Oldham, Coach Reed noticed they might have been trying to do a hurry-up. And he decided, let's call the timeout and turn that hurry-up into slow it down.
Well, I'm predicting number 28. That's who I'm going to give it to.
I would do the same. He is deep eye under center.
And there's a little bit of man
Zach
coverage
Davis.
Top, a little soft zone over here.
They give to the up man, and he spins out of it, does the big man. Caden Shepard. Spin move, kept his feet moving. He was stuffed in the backfield right at the line, and he gets that 5-yard burst for a first down. Colonels.
A nice action. That was a quick dive. Really nice job. Just giving it to the big man and creating a couple of yards. Just fall forward and get that first down.
Caden Shepard delivers. And had to spin out of that first couple of hits and move to his left. Got the first down. Under 2.5 to go, second quarter. 28-0, South Oldham leading Oldham County. Davis under center. Fakes left, rolls right. Looking, pursued, and he has to throw that one away. Did it get to the line of scrimmage? It did. So, no problem there. Just an incomplete pass.
Yeah, that's a new rule this year, and he sprinted out and did a nice job. He was smart about it. He wasn't panicking. He threw it away, which is very smart.
Now they're calling it didn't make it to the line of scrimmage. Or are they calling a sideline? It is intentional grounding.
Oh, I thought the new rule this year, he did everything right. He got outside of the box, threw the ball.
I don't think the ball got to the line of scrimmage. That was the problem. That's the toughest part. So they'll loss it down. It'll be 2nd and
20, probably. 2nd and 20.
They just call it they called it from where he delivered, where he threw the ball.
So now
they march off 5, and it will be 2nd and a bunch.
No, you lose it down 2.
Now it's 3rd.
Wait a minute.
It was first down there.
Oh, it was first down. You're right. So it is 2nd.
It is 2nd and
20.
More than 20.
Plus, yeah.
Yeah, about 22. Ball at the 44-yard line. Snap on the shotgun. Davis wrapped up quickly as those edge rushers came through for South Oldham.
Yeah, South Oldham defensive line, they have some nice twist moves. They move a little bit out wider. They brought the blitz in. They're doing a good job this year of hiding the blitz.
That was Griffin Tucker on the tackle, 55. 53 also there. Strub, I believe.
Now, I saw OC run a middle screen against Fern Creek.
And that did well.
You know what? I think that's a right call right now because it is third and forever. You know South Oldham's defensive line is so quick. They're rushing. They're probably bringing one linebacker.
You hope it's a safe play. And the only thing I don't like about that call is the middle part where you never know who's big arm or who's big hand or who's going to be in the way.
Yeah.
That is a middle screen that is executed well. Is usually a really good play.
Exactly.
Got to execute.
So you could slide it a little bit to the right or slide it a little bit to the left, but I'm looking for something from tackle box to tackle box, some kind of a screen. If it's not in the middle, maybe it's off to the right, off to the
third
left.
And a bunch at the 40, at their own 41. They've got to gain the line to gain is the 39 or 34-yard line. So 24 yards to go, and it's a wide receiver, a little bubble screen. They tried to get it to Bowman, and they had it blocked up, but off the fingertips, the mistimed play there. So you got the screen right, Gary.
Yeah.
You just didn't have that right location of said screen.
Yeah, that's sometimes they call it a now screen.
154 remaining.
Middle screen.
And back into punt. McCraney. To kick, Oliveras to receive. High floating snap and a good punt. Really nice line drive. Bounces at the 22, rolls down inside the 10, down to the 5-yard line. That is a 54-yard punt, 1st and 10 from their own 5 for the Dragons. They got to go 94.5 yards for a score with 1:39 remaining.
You know, still, I think it was smart to not go ahead and retrieve that ball. Just go ahead and let it bounce. You know, Jamie's going to go ahead and just say we're going to run the belly. We're going to go ahead and run triple. We're not going to do anything silly.
See if anyone can break something.
Mm-hmm. You might see some jet, but I think you're going to see just smart football combinations of maybe belly and jet or the triple option. But
South Oldham has a timeout remaining. Great support out here for these programs all through Oldham County. South Oldham, North Oldham, Oldham County. Great fan support, great business and community support. Terrific to see on a soon-to-be fall Friday night. Just a few days away from the 21st of September. And Burton gets a short gain.
Just a quick little dive.
Yeah, 2 yards, 4 yards, and 2nd and 7 for the Dragon.
Jamie's spreading the defense out. He's trying to thin the box so he can run it.
The handoff faked. Hamilton moves right, runs up the middle, and close to a 1st down.
Now that was a delayed draw, looking like at the RPO that we were looking at in the past that they do. Quarterback just throws his arms up, and that takes the linebackers and everybody else to kind of drop back, and then all of a sudden he finds that nice little hole, and it's a nice little draw play for the quarterback.
That will result in a 1st down, moving the chains. Again, South Oldham.
Looks like we have a helmet issue with number 53.
He will come off to the sideline. Under a minute to play in this first half. And again, Hamilton fakes he takes it up the middle himself for another 1st down, a 15-yard gain from the 15 to the 30. Sidoris with the tackle at the 31, 16-yard gain.
Yeah, that was actually a linebacker blitz on that, and he read that, and he pulled it perfectly. Nobody was there, and that was a nice gain.
And a quick out to the right side.
This is where
Riley.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Was that Reagan, number 5? Yes, it was.
This is when you're telling your players, your offensive players, don't go out of bounds. Keep the clock running. The clock is running with 32 seconds left.
And another quick out. Hamilton, long. Oh, and it could have been picked. 42, the defender here for Oldham County, had a decision as Varner makes the catch, and he was tough.
I think
tough
that was
catch.
Yeah, that was a tough catch. That's one of those things that timing-wise. Do I go ahead and be aggressive and try to intercept it, or am I going to play smart and not letting them get the ball? If he would have gone for it, it would have been 6 either way, I think. You know?
Yeah, 18.6 seconds left and timeout. South Oldham, none left. They're in Colonel territory at the 48. And this is where you might want to find a little gimmick play, a little razzle-dazzle, maybe a hook and lateral, maybe a little halfback option. You don't want to run a halfback option here. Not.
With Jamie Brown, that's Jamie Brown's head coach at North Oldham. But with Jamie Reed, that's what you're doing. You don't know. That's the reason why we're up here. The defense coach is looking like, what is he doing? What's he thinking?
And with 18.6, that's a big decision.
Mm-hmm. You never know with Coach Reed when he's control of the offense. You don't know what he's going to do because he has a lot of options. Excellent football coach.
And they'll put it back in play. Well, the Dragons. Hamilton fakes the out, goes to the up, has a man streaking down the right side, but well defended by Miller Brown. And that is an incomplete pass, 12.1 remaining.
Now, Miller Brown did a good job on the coverage. He threw the ball where he was going to go back towards the right hash instead of leading him inside like almost a post route. And I believe that would have been a touchdown if he would have let him.
That's the toughest concept for a young quarterback to realize.
I agree.
Throw to open space rather than to the plan of the play. And Hamilton just catches it, releases it deep, jump ball, get it, knocked away by Miller Brown again. 2 passes defensed in a row.
Right. Now this is where what happened at West Jesmond is that the official has control of the clock and the home team is running the scoreboard. So who knows what really time's left? Is there really 3.9 seconds or is there a little bit more on the field? That's up to the head official because he's
the officials are talking to each other on that far sideline.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a flag picked up, or was there taunting? Was there unsporting behavior?
I think they're checking the clock to see who's official, what's going on maybe, or they're just going to go ahead and just keep on running the play.
All theater with 3.9 left in the first quarter. That's all it is.
I like it. All
theater. Yeah. We've got 2 wide right, 2 wide left. Burton in the backfield, out of the pistol. Hamilton gets it. Quick out. They hit it. There will be a flag, but he keeps his feet. First down, they'll get 1 untimed down because there will be a face mask. Nick.
That's a tunnel screen.
Zaganyuka.
One of the things that you teach the offensive lineman, the right tackle and right guard actually went at a 45-degree angle instead of flat down the line of scrimmage. They call it the sidewalk. Yep. You want to go straight down the sidewalk versus a 45 because you want to be able to go get that corner. And those big offensive linemen are not as agile. Yeah. So you got to teach them to go straight down the line, and they went at a 45-degree angle. They didn't get that
personal
corner.
Foul.
Yeah.
Face mask. So they will take it from the 38-yard line where it was 1st and 10, and they will get a free 15 yards tacked on. Now 1 play from the 23-yard line for the Dragons.
Now,
half cannot end on a penalty, so look for him to find some open space in this left corner of the end zone.
one safety. It's a cover 3 look.
And there's another timeout. Oldham County defense once they get organized.
Now this is where the Colonels, are you going to bring an extra back in the backfield? Because you know Jamie's going to throw it. He's going to go ahead and try to put it in the end zone. Jamie Reed's probably thinking with these 2 wide receivers out here to the left, if I'm got that free safety, more worried about that one receiver to the right. That's what you call a switch route, some kind of a corner route back here to the back pylon. That's where I'm expecting the ball to be thrown.
Discussing it now. They'll be at the right hash at the 23, 1 untimed down. And this game that started with a quick pace is moved to a crawl through this second quarter. And all 6 timeouts used this first half. And a big, I'm sure, 50-50 giveaway here at halftime as they announced with this crowd.
No, he's got 2 backs in the backfield. I think he's just going to go ahead and run it. You never know with Coach Reed.
2 wide right to the short side, and that wide left. They go on the post, and it's picked off by Miller Brown. Or was that
number safety?
Was that Miller Brown? No, it was number 9.
Yes,
Maduris. So that ends the first half. South Oldham 28, Oldham County 0. We'll be back with our halftime show right here from Oldham County High School on Glycon Sports.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville.
If your car's been damaged, regardless of make or model, visit the experts at Roy's Body Shop. Roy's is locally owned and operated with free towing and lifetime warranty on all collision repairs. Plus, they provide deductible savings for every insurance claim. Open weekdays 9 to 5 at 2604 Highway 146 in LaGrange. Give them a call at 502-222-0948 or online at roysbodyshop.com. Roy's Body Shop. Collision repair for the people.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by LaGrange Service Center, a family-owned car repair shop that also offers 24/7 towing and roadside assistance. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, celebrating their 58th year in business.
And welcome back to Oldham County High School alongside Hall of Famer Gary Satori. I'm Paul Najar, and we're going to recap the scoring here, Gary. 28-0, South Oldham having their way on both sides of the ball and really performing well so far. And they got started 9:09 of the first quarter. It was a 4-yard TD run from Luke Oliveris and, of course, Jackson Fisher with the kick. And then just a little over 2 minutes later, it was Jules Davila with a 70-yard interception return for a touchdown that just showed they knew exactly what was coming. He read it well. Davila picked it off, ran down the left sideline for the score. Then with 3:29 left in the first quarter, a 7-yard TD run from Jeffrey Burton, and the Jackson Fisher with his third good kick of the night, make it a 21-0 score. And the final touchdown of the first half came with 6:09 in the second quarter remaining. South Oldham's Nick Hamilton, the quarterback, with a nifty 11-yard TD run on a read option run, and Jackson Fisher with the kick to make it 28-0 at halftime. Your biggest impression from the half was?
I think this is exactly what we talked about pregame, that we knew South Oldham offensive line and in their offense, they were going to go ahead and control it. They were going to run the belly, the triple option, and the jet. And that's exactly what they did along with that read. I think South Oldham offense, we knew exactly what to expect. Now we were just trying to figure out what OC was going to do. Now, OC had some highlights on defense. I thought they did some good things.
They did. They had opportunities in abundance, and you know when you have when you have them, you got to take advantage of them. It was just unfortunate for them; they couldn't quite take advantage. The passing game just not as sharp as they want it to be right now.
Right, and now this is the big question mark. I think you and I had, Paul. That what is OC going to do offensively? You know, and I think the bottom line is when you're in this kind of game, and I'm going to say maybe a little bit of a mismatch, you've got to control the clock. The clock has to be in your favor. So I think you just go out and you do smart things. Maybe that's what they're talking about.
Give the ball to Grant Gilchrist.
Yes.
A little more. He is dynamic, the senior, only 160 pounds, but lightning quick, hits the edge so well. Real confident with the ball,
like his
and
speed.
Maybe a little bit more of that speed in the will be forthcoming in the second half. And you see the Oldham County Marching Band out there. What a terrific group of talented young musicians. They'll put on a show for this big crowd and for you at home. We'll give you a little more taste of that as we head into our halftime break. It's 28-0 at the half. South Oldham up on Oldham County. Stay with us on Glycod Sports.
Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Welcome to WDRB Home Design here at Watts Home Center. Today we're talking ways to give your home a facelift. Jim, what are some updates and trends for doors this season?
The most popular door of the year so far has been this 3/4 6 light shown here as a double French door. I've sold this in this configuration, a door with side lights, a single door. People are loving the natural light this year.
In addition to doors, windows are another great way to update your home, right?
Absolutely. There's no better way to increase your home's energy efficiency than new windows. And if you're about to sell your house, nothing looks better on a property listing than new windows.
So can you and your team provide me an estimate to match my particular budget?
Absolutely. With multiple products and vendors, we can work with your budget to get your home the product it needs.
The Watts Home Center team can answer all of your window and door questions. So come on out and see them here in LaGrange or go to wattshomecenter.com to learn more.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools football from Glycod.
Welcome back. We're going to let you listen to a little bit of the Oldham County Marching Band. Not only do they sound good, but folks, they look good too. What a fine group, this marching band. One of the football players, he looks to be a little bit of a younger football player. I'm not sure. He has an 82 on, and we don't have him on the roster. But Gary Sartori, these marching bands, when you see one this special, like Oldham County has, and like South Oldham and North, they just the hours on the pavement every summer in the heat, just hours upon hours of work and training and discipline. A terrific asset to any high school institution.
My hat's off to them. These are special, young, talented folks here. You're right. During the summertime, they start early in the morning and they go all the way to the evening. They pack their lunches, standing out in the heat, doing the simple little things of marching, and also being able to play that instrument.
And having the discipline, the form, the attitude, all of it. Well done, Oldham County High School. Let's hope there will be some competitions for you out there to win this year and compete well. Hey, our first half scoring was brought to you by Financial Solutions in LaGrange. Clarity for your financial future. Just a quick recap. 3 scores in the first quarter for South Oldham, a 4-yard touchdown run by Luke Oliveris, 70-yard TD interception return from Jules Davila, and a 7-yard TD run from Jeffrey Burton, all with the point after by Jackson Fisher, good. And then in 6:09 in the second quarter, an 11-yard TD run by Nick Hamilton. Again, Fisher with the extra point. So those first half scoring highlights brought to you by Financial Solutions in LaGrange. Clarity for your financial future. We'll be back with more on our halftime broadcast from Oldham County High School. Maybe you'll get a little more time before we go to break. We'll go to a little more time with the band on the field. And we will return. You're watching Glycod Sports.
Summer is here. That puts a lot of strain on your air conditioner. Are you ready? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for an HVAC checkup. Because the last time you want to find out your air conditioner isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window so you won't be kept waiting all day. We're fully stocked and prepared, and 90% of our calls are repaired that day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
If your car's been damaged, regardless of make or model, visit the experts at Roy's Body Shop. Roy's is locally owned and operated with free towing and lifetime warranty on all collision repairs. Plus, they provide deductible savings for every insurance claim. Open weekdays 9 to 5 at 2604 Highway 146 in LaGrange. Give them a call at 502-222-0948 or online at roysbodyshop.com. Roy's Body Shop. Collision repair for the people.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Glycod on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycod.
Looking for sound, prudent financial advice? Did you know that one of the brightest and best financial advisors is in your own backyard? Robin Lawson of Financial Solutions Incorporated has a mission to to understand your long-term goals and to create a specific strategy just for you. Robin understands the challenges that face most of us today and offers fresh, out-of-the-box thinking that can put you on the road to financial freedom. Contact Robin Lawson today at 502-225-9900. That's 502-225-9900, or visit lawsonfinancial.net.
You're watching Oldham County High School's football from Glycod.
And welcome back. Tonight's game here at Oldham County. What a terrific halftime performance from that outstanding Oldham County High School band. I mean, energy, enthusiasm, discipline, excellence. Well done, David Centers, as the band director, and all involved with that production. Here we are at halftime. It's 28-0, and Gary Satori. Let's look ahead to see just a couple of simple things for Oldham County and the Colonels to do, not just to get back in this game, but more importantly, just to get back that good feeling that, you know, they had some things going early in the first quarter.
Yeah, I think what you have to do again is the quarterback has to be able to lead the ball when he throws it and trust the receivers to catch it. Give it to the speed. Let the offensive line go ahead and hold on to their blocks just a little bit. But I think controlling the clock by doing the little things, not throwing so deep, but throwing short stuff.
And making it stacking those little wins along the way.
I think that's exactly what I agree with you, little wins. And you do that every time you snap the ball.
Those little wins add up to big things. It just builds confidence and does so many really good things for a team. So we're going to take our last halftime break. We'll return with second half action right here on Glycod Sports.
Car's been damaged. Regardless of make or model, visit the experts at Roy's Body Shop. Roy's is locally owned and operated with free towing and lifetime warranty on all collision repairs. Plus, they provide deductible savings for every insurance claim. Open weekdays 9 to 5 at 2604 Highway 146 in LaGrange. Give them a call at 502-222-0948 or online at roysbodyshop.com. Roy's Body Shop. Collision repair for the people.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
You're watching Oldham County High School's football from Glycod.
Welcome back to Belfield, Chris Landers Stadium here in beautiful Buckner, Kentucky at Oldham County High School. A beautiful, beautiful Friday night for football. It is the rivalry game between South Oldham and Oldham County. South Oldham getting the better through 24 minutes of play. It is 28-0 in favor of the visiting Dragons. And, Gary, the keys for the second half, you talk about a South Oldham team that's up 28-0. Any chance for a letdown from them?
This is where you have to tell your players at halftime, we are going to do what we do best. Don't let up. Play your game, and then let the young folks.
Now, I'm going to stop you just for a second. As an former English teacher and a former producer, director, and actor, you can't play a negative action. And this is the one thing as a former coach as well that I always address, and professionals do it. I mean, Bill Cowher used to do it for years. It's just knucklehead stuff. It's don't do this, don't do that. Keep doing what you're doing. There's no goal in any of that.
Right.
There is no goal. And what players need more than anything, anytime they're on the field, up 50, down 50 is a goal. So, what are the goals for a team like that up 28-0?
Let your younger guys play.
As for your coaching staff, okay.
Yep.
That'll give them some time. You want to integrate them, or do you want to move them in as a unit?
I want to move them in as a unit. Now, right now, you've got to keep your first string in until you get that running clock. Then you go ahead and put like you could put a couple of young running backs in.
Right.
But keep your first offensive line in.
And please don't think, and please don't take that the wrong way. My frustration with that is 50 years brewing watching coaches trying to explain things that are impossible to do. You cannot play a negative action. You cannot keep doing what you're doing. You have to give them. These guys are good. What do you do in the locker room, Gary? You've been around for years. You have these charts, your goals, your lifting, your jumping, all these goals. And that's where it's just a little tweak like that can turn a kid from, it can turn a team from, you got to keep planting that, planting that seed in their head. You got to keep going. You got to keep moving. You got to make this goal. Let's score 2 more touchdowns. Let's stop them from scoring or whatever it is. So apologies.
No, it's just, I love it. Absolutely love it, because what you're trying to do is you're up and you're just trying to tell them to say, we're going to just crush them, and you just keep on playing solid. Yeah. But I love that. And in fact, when I get back into coaching, if I ever do, that's
find
one of
those
my
goals.
So
there we go.
Find goals.
Thank you. Anyway, we got the kickoff. Reagan sends it deep down to the about 8-yard line, picked up there. I believe that was Gilchrist again, the way he churns those legs. Or nope, that was Miller Brown. He looks pretty similar. Do you think we'll find Miller Brown as a running back in the future, or is he just too valuable as a free safety?
No, I think he's a talented athlete. He needs to be on both sides of the ball. Being a sophomore, you want to be able to, his body is not maybe as mature as the 17, 18-year-olds are out there.
Yeah, and you've had great athletes in your day, multi-sport athletes, and that kid is one of the top 3 in the state in his weight class in wrestling.
Oh, he's incredible.
Would that be a factor to you as well? Hey, let's not burn out the young man too soon in his year, as that run up the gut for Gilchrist loses 3.
The thing is that you want to keep your younger players healthy and stay in one position. And I think, if you're desperate, and that's if you only have 15 kids on your squad,
right,
then you play them both sides. But what you do is you bring Miller Brown when one more year, junior year, then you play him both sides. You're saying you're too good of an athlete. But right now, as a sophomore, he's playing a great job as a defensive back.
Man, is he ever.
Yeah. And there's some senior leadership at wide receivers. And then you got your great little tailback, and the way the offense that they're running.
And that's a Zach Davis. Check him.
Yeah.
He gained 8 on that. And it's 3rd and 3 for the Colonels, or he gained 9 on that play. Zach Davis making something out of nothing there. And when you take a youngster and you say, hey, you're going to play this one position, do you decide or does the player decide when they can do more?
I think there's a good bottom, it's even right there. You're trying to slowly bring up a young man and building their confidence.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is what you don't want to do when they're so young is get them.
Sap them.
Yeah. You don't want to do that. You want to build their confidence.
Yep.
And the thing is, being 6A, you should have enough athletes where you don't have to play a lot of kids both ways.
And Gilchrist gets stopped at the line of scrimmage and no gain, so it'll be 4th and 3, and the Colonels will punt. Whitten McCraney, 52. That is not on our roster sheet, but that is who it is.
Tight punt. Again, this is where they've been practicing.
He had a great 40-plus yard punt down inside the goal line, or inside the 10 earlier. And that one, sort of a sidewinder, picked up on the bounce by Luke Oliveris. Oliveris comes to the near sideline. Can he get the edge? He does, and he's down the sideline, and he's off and going to the 30, down to the 21 man to beat. He reverses inside, and a terrific pursuit tackle by number 6, Joshua Sater.
Unfortunately, it's coming back. Down here, right here.
Flag, I didn't see it. Yeah.
This is where you talk about a block in the back. If you can get your helmet in front of the shoulder pads, it's a legal block. Unfortunately, the ref saw that he had his helmet blocking on the back.
Or on the side.
On the side.
Not well.
Yes. So this is going to go.
Oliveris with a terrific return off the bounce, picked it up at about the 32 3-yard line and got the edge. It took him a while. He had to come the whole way over to the near side, to the wide side of the field, and got brought down at the 7. Chop block on the legs. Ouch.
Yeah.
You know, there's a chop block in the NFL on returns. You can't go through a blocker's legs to the person who's making the return.
Mm-hmm.
It's I've seen quarterbacks get called for that, but this one is a 15-yarder. It'll go from the spot of the foul where it happened at the 41. It'll be sent back to the 26-yard line. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Dragons of South Oldham.
All right, so let's talk about goals here. We're going to go ahead and take this drive and we're going to score. That would be the number one goal.
And for the defense, it's saying, hey, let's tighten up. Let's sharpen up. Let's stop this play or this player.
Right.
Learn from that first half. And a false start. Back-to-back penalties on back-to-back plays for the Dragons. Just over 9.25 minutes remaining. Third quarter. Hamilton under center. Crouching low. Gives the dive. There's Burton ahead for 3.
Assignment football when it comes to triple option. Defense doing their job. Tackle the dive. And that's exactly what he was doing.
And you like the line adjustment from this Oldham County team. Offensive line tight, you're tight. Gaps wide, you move a little accordingly and find those angles.
Yeah, their offensive line is very tight.
Up the gut, fake, out on the pitch, on the reverse pitch. It's Oliveras. He gets the first down and more. Is there a flag?
No, I don't believe so.
That was up the shoulder pad, not at the face mask.
Just a really nice execution of the triple option. Dive, quarterback keeps it and pitches
Hit the wing back on the motion action.
Yeah, just a really nice pitch.
1st and 10 at the 38. Up the gut goes Burton. 5 yards.
Now, this is where Jamie Reed is putting you to sleep and be ready for that reverse with that inside receiver. Now, he's ineligible to go for a pass, but he could come around for the reverse. They're just setting this up.
Double wing, 2 wide right. Motion from the wingman to the left, from left to right, and that's just a quick dive for none yards. 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5 for 3rd and 4 for the Dragons.
Yep.
7 3/4 minutes to play in the third quarter.
Yep.
Hamilton gets the signal from the sideline. Under center, takes a snap, pitches to the wingback, who's motioning around to the right. Oliveras gets 4, maybe 5, and close to a first down.
This is what we call a rocket sweep. This is very famous the Naval Academy. A lot of teams, we were famous running a rocket sweep. It's a quick pitch, getting it out there and letting your speed get in space.
I've seen that many times through the years from that Naval Academy bunch. Under center, Hamilton, 3 wide right. Fullback is Burton. And a motion.
I don't know. That's going to be a tricky one.
Oh, he's got it. If
Yeah,
the
looks
near
like the
sideline,
officials. Yep.
he got it.
Yep. That was just a quick belly dive to the left.
And they get out near midfield for the first down.
First down and 10, South Oldham from the 50-yard line.
South Oldham. Now that's Hamilton down the right sideline, double covered. Impressed by their deep ball play.
Yes. He's trying to draw you to sleep by dive, getting that corner to maybe just think about that option, and then he's going to throw it deep on him. He's trying to get it to where he's making that secondary alert, but I'm seeing the reverse here.
The secondary, really, they're sharp. Look, Miller Brown and Mason Sidoris, they know what they're doing back there. And now it's the quick hitter wide open in the middle of the field. That delivery from Hamilton will gain from midfield down to the 8. It's a 42-yard pickup to Julian Miles.
That's a simple, what they call a little pop pass. Oof. When in the 90s we ran the pro set that we throw it to the tight end, and now they throw it to the wing back.
Back in the 50s, you would call that would be a jump pass.
Yeah.
They would just take the snap, jump up behind center, and deliver that with a flick of the wrist, almost a push.
So this play, you're right, this play's been going around for a long time.
Awesome play. First and goal, South Oldham on the action. Oh, and there it is, Julian Miles in for the score. And on the sweep, jet sweep, and with 5.5 minutes remaining, it's 34-0. South Oldham ahead of the home side Oldham County Colonels. Jackson Fisher on to kick the extra point, the all-important extra point, to turn this game into a 35-point lead, and they're going for 2. They need 2 for the running clock. And up the gut it goes to Burton. Fumble. Ball down. They cannot get it. And so it will remain 34-0 here. And we will take our first second half break. You're watching Oldham County High School football on Glycon Sports.
Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools football from Glycod.
And it is 34-0 here back at Bell Field, Chris Landers Stadium. A big, at least 5,000 fans here in the stands. A 2-point conversion failed, so it is 34-0 for the visiting South Oldham Dragons in favor of the Dragons, and they will kick it off once again. Back to receive Gilchrist, number 28, and number 3, Miller Brown.
You're right. The stands are packed. The track is packed. Great crowd.
Hey, so the concession stand is packed. Wanted to get something at halftime. Couldn't quite get down there.
And
you
might get it to end of the third quarter.
Yeah, Gilchrist gets it at the 10. Picks it forward to the nice 22-yard return by Gilchrist to the 32.
I'm impressed with Gilchrist. I love the way he's just going 100 miles an hour, 100% all the time.
I know they like having that wishbone action in there with who was the big fella, Caden Shepard, who got the first down, but that seemed to take some steam out of their base offense, and see if they can pick it back up here at the beginning of the third quarter.
Right.
Zach Davis in at quarterback, replacing Kingston Dugan. And there is Gilchrist reversing field, moving whole way to the left, whole way to the right, around, and he delivers a blow, and he flies forward to the 41 or 42. There is a flag that flies in.
Yeah, I'm wondering what this call is going to be. I don't know if he's leading with the helmet. I'm curious to see what they're calling here.
I think that's called from the feet. Yep, personal foul, helmet hit, helmet to helmet.
Like I
got to
said,
say that Gilchrist helped deliver that blow.
that's what I think.
He
too.
went at him. He said, "You're not going to get me down short of the sticks." He had the yard to gain, the line to gain at the 42, and now 15 yards tacked on.
He's competitive. He knew that they were coming after him. He's not going to go ahead. Just like you said, I'm not going to take this without giving something back. I'm definitely going to go ahead and play you tough.
You like that type of passion from a
Yes.
player. Gilchrist doing a good job for his offense. He is in the eye by himself. Quarterback right in front of him out of the pistol. Davis hands it off to Gilchrist. Gut run. Gilchrist saying, "Hey, get on my back. I'll carry a few extra yards."
Just a nice little dive play. Just a quick give up the middle of the field.
Literally carrying his team, half his team with him.
Yeah.
Half his offensive unit at least.
Nice 5 yards.
38-yard line. It is second and a long 5. Call it 6. They go 4 wide, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Under center is Davis. Gilchrist, and they try to draw him off sides, almost do. They go back to the pistol now. Gilchrist just to the left of his quarterback, Zach Davis. Davis handles a snap, looks up, and a quick slant onto the inside. They can't get that.
He knew he had to get rid of the ball quick because they were coming. The inside and outside linebackers were blitzing. He had to get rid of that ball fast. It was a nice call for the slant, but it just didn't connect.
Gilchrist comes off the field a little dejected on this 3rd and 6. Maybe he just needs a rest and some water. And the team comes out, does the offensive squad, 3 wide left to the wide side of the field. Shepard in the backfield. He's going to protect, roll right, quick out. They get it down to the 31-yard line. You know, close to a first down. And it is.
I like the little mini speed rollout. This is where you maybe not the hitch, but what you do is you're pushing off and letting that corner get a little bit of depth, and then you turn
get
around.
a nice open
Yes.
target for your quarterback, and they convert. I have a feeling Tayshawn McBroom caught a lot of those in his days as a player, great player at Trinity, and then on to Georgetown.
Yeah.
And boy, he probably turned a lot of those little hitches into big, big gains as Shepard just takes half the Oldham County or South Oldham team on his back. Jeez.
Yeah, that's a lot of load. You know,
That's a 3+ yard gain. Shepard's still in there. Got to see if Gilchrist has come back on. He has not. He is up on the sideline, though. And there is Davis. Fakes, goes deep. Oh, it was there, but great close by the defender from South Oldham.
Got a cramp.
And there is a cramp. You see that leg go up like that. Owie, owie, owie. I did that yesterday.
He's got that knee brace on.
I hope it's not a knee.
Yeah. Well, I hope it's just a cramp.
Yep. Well defended.
Excellent.
By the Dragon corner there.
Yes. Nice little fade route. If the ball was just a little bit higher,
They got there.
They would have got there.
And that is, I believe that's number 80, Jackson Elkins.
Yeah, that can't run the play until he gets
clear.
Yes.
So 3rd and 7. Shepard still in, just to the left of Young in the pistol. Or Davis, I'm sorry, Zach Davis. Davis rolls, can't get out of the grasp, and that is a terrific finish by Griffin Tucker for the sack, or did they call it an incomplete pass?
I believe
it's 4th down. It is a sack, so it's 4th and about 14.
Right. I think he fumbled the ball before he got sacked, and that's where the ball ran out, maybe.
And this Oldham County side will go for it. Why not?
Yeah, keep them. I mean, you're already down inside.
Give yourself a chance.
Yeah.
That wide side of the field, they like to go to it. See if they got a special play. 2 wings, 2 wide left, 1 wide right, roll right. And there's the pass, complete. The big stick there on number 6, Soder.
Joshua. I get to have nice little conversations with him. He's a fine young man. He's also a wrestler.
Strong wrestling programs out here.
Yes.
Strong academic programs. Well designed and coordinated education system here in Oldham County.
It's a nice balance of great student athletes. They do a great job of making sure that education is number 1 and athletics is number 2. I really like the Oldham County system.
So, South Oldham looking to add to their 34-0 lead, 2:55 remaining in the third quarter. And off up the middle, it goes to Burton.
Just a nice little inside run play.
And Burton chews up 5 yards, or 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6. New quarterback in for South Oldham. Is that number 20? It is Ethan Arnold. And Arnold's pass skips to the ground. You don't see that much. Who was the last quarterback with a number outside of above 19? Do you remember the last NFL quarterback with a number higher than 19?
Oh. Now you got me there. You stumped
Oh,
me.
no. You would know as soon as I say it, you're going to know it.
Okay.
He wore number 21. Out west. John Hadel.
Oh, okay.
I believe Marlon Briscoe for a while wore number 22, and he was a part-time quarterback, and a nice grab there by Wolfenbarger. Caleb Wolfenbarger. That's a heck of a great name for a defensive lineman.
Yes, it was.
Nice play, too.
Yes. So that was what they call a jet read, and quarterback kept it, and they weren't fooled by it.
Read it, saw nothing was there.
Right.
And now they will boot this one back to the Colonels. Approaching a minute and a half left in this third quarter.
Is this the first time we've seen the punt team?
It is. And they get it off quickly. That was a punt kicked from the line of scrimmage at the 33. So 17, 27, and 6 is 33 yards. Ball to the 33-yard line.
That was a good rush by the Oldham County.
The 34-yard line, sorry.
Defense got through, and that forced the punter to get rid of it faster than what he wanted to.
On the change of possession, 1st and 10, Oldham County at their own 34. And I think that Gilchrist is done for the evening. Maybe, maybe not. He's back in there. There he is. He's back in there with that modified wishbone action. Davis hands it off to him. He's got a bevy of blockers, but there's going to be a hold somewhere.
Right. I'm going to basically say that's an offensive hold somewhere in that zone, wide zone stretch play.
It's so easy to do. If you ever watch the University of Louisville, it is one of the most ineffective plays, but it's not. Oh, it's a face mask call.
Yeah.
And the defense be called for a face mask, so it gives 15 freebies. And they'll march it off here.
Now, that usually where the flag was thrown is right where the pit was, where offensive line, so I was just assuming it was a holding call.
Well, you know, you get all that action inside. A hand gets up high, a head gets down low, a hand gets stuck in someone's face mask, and there you go. The pitch takes, the stretch play takes so much exacting execution on the part of the lineman as Gilchrist runs right, and hit by 4 players on that South Oldham defense.
Yeah.
Gilchrist will wake up tomorrow with a sore body.
Yes, I imagine he wakes up every Saturday because he gives it all he's got.
3/4 of a minute left in this third period. And out of the pistol with that wishbone flanking him. He goes inside, quick handoff. And that is a nice run by Isaac Bowman, 6 yards.
Yeah, nice positive 6 yards. We're going to go ahead and let this run out. We're going to be starting the fourth quarter here.
Yeah. See what kind of comeback Oldham County can mount. We'll be back with fourth quarter action. It is 34-0 South Oldham over Oldham County. Stay with us on Glycod Sports.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville. You're watching Oldham County High Schools football from Glycod.
It's not quite Fenway Park, but it is Bell Field, Chris Landers Stadium. It's not quite Heinz Field, or now known as Acrisure Stadium, where at the end of the third quarter, they play Sweet Caroline. And you had about 5,000 fans here singing Neil Young's classic. Or Neil Diamond's classic, Sweet Caroline. Ba-dum-bum-bum. 3rd and 5 for the Colonels at the South Oldham 47-yard line.
That's a major unbalanced line right there.
Out of the pistol, Davis. Oh, and there he is, Caleb Shepard, the big man, rumbling, stumbling, dropped the ball, and it's landed on by his teammate. Shepard may have dinged up his shoulder, but B gets down to the inside the 30. That was a 20-yard gain, down to the 21-yard gain.
Yeah, that was really a nice, what they call unbalanced line to the left side, creating a little bit extra gaps. And the young man picked a nice hole. And
boy, he hit it quick. He hit it clean, and when he got dragged down and hit the ground, that's when that shoulder got dinged.
Yeah, he's holding it perfectly for a shoulder. Hopefully he's going to be fine. If it's maybe out, they'll pop it back in, but hopefully he's going to be fine.
Right. 1st and 10 at the 27. Colonel showing some life on the offense. They go right, pitch right to Gilchrist. Gilchrist finds the hole, gets through, then chopped down after a 5-yard gain.
This young man's entertaining.
And he's stopped by Sam Reagan there.
Every time he gets the ball, he's going to create something. If it's not there, he's going to reverse it back. He's just done an excellent job to fight for the Oldham County Colonels.
That was actually Jarrett Straker, I believe,
right?
26 on the play.
Oh, well, they got 2 nice little scrappers.
He was quick. And Gilchrist on that dive. Loss of 3 or 4. Loss of 4 for 4th. And actually they will. I'm just not sure that line marker is where it needs to be. I don't quite see it that far back. Oldham County breaks the huddle. They come out in that wishbone action again. Davis takes a snap, fakes a dive, and he goes down the right sideline. It is picked off. 4th pick of the game for South Oldham. And down the sideline he goes. It was a 50-yard return, but flag on the play.
Yeah, just needs to have a little bit more arc to the ball instead of more flat, and that's where the defensive back was able to intercept that ball. Interesting where they're going to spot the ball.
Where will they mark it, and what will the call be?
Yeah.
Oldham County team giving themselves every opportunity, not just to extend this game, but, to just keep improving. Play by play, series by series, quarter by quarter, half by half. That's what you want to see. Holding on the return.
They're putting some younger kids in. Oldham County's putting some younger kids in. They're spotting. Now, again, this is what we were talking about. Do you place a whole team or do you spot a few kids? And it looks like number 68 is coming out for the very first play for the first time in the game.
And that is going to give that penalty. It's 1st and 10 after the interception. It's they were at the opponent's 45. They're back at their 22 to start, and quickly, a 12-yard gain ahead for Luke Oliveras.
Watching a little bit of defensive line play, and looks like they were getting a couple of young bucks trying to do the best they can to clog up the play, but they were getting up really slow.
And those young bucks against those big guys up front for South Oldham, that's tough.
Yeah.
It wears on you.
Yeah.
It really does. Wears out those legs. 34-0 lead for South Oldham, showing dominance in this Oldham County in this 2-game stretch against North Oldham 2 weeks ago, and this week against Oldham County.
Just a nice outside run play, just trying to burn the clock, get some yards, and move north and south, just moving the ball.
That is 2nd and 3 for the Dragons. Oldham County, next week, Colonels will host the Eastern Eagles, and up the gut he goes, and he is down.
He's down.
That was quarterback.
It was a nice read.
That was the quarterback,
yes,
Ethan Arnold.
Just a nice little run read play. Quarterback read the hole and ran right up the middle. That was a good
big gain.
Yeah, great
down
gain.
To the 31-yard line. Next week, South Oldham is at the J-Town Chargers, Jeffersontown, and Jefferson County. And then the Oldham County Colonels host the Eastern Eagles. And on September 30th, next week, the Colonels are off. So you take advantage of this rivalry game and you get a week off. I'm sure there's lots to improve on, lots of film study.
This is also
Timeout called by the Colonels. That's their
good timing.
Call timeout.
You want this is like good timing because you want to be able to get your kids kind of like, if they're hurt, kind of heal a little bit so you can get ready
in
to go
advance of district play. So we're going to take a break, and the 8:14 to go in this contest. 34-0 South Oldham. Stay with us on Glycod Sports.
Car's been damaged. Regardless of make or model, visit the experts at Roy's Body Shop. Roy's is locally owned and operated with free towing and lifetime warranty on all collision repairs. Plus, they provide deductible savings for every insurance claim. Open weekdays 9 to 5 at 2604 Highway 146 in LaGrange. Give them a call at 502-222-0948 or online at roysbodyshop.com. Roy's Body Shop. Collision repair for the people.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools football from Glycod.
Welcome back to Belfield, Chris Lander Stadium. in Buckner, Kentucky. Oldham County, the hosts, trailing 34-0, 8:14 to play, with South Oldham driving. They are at the OC 31. A quick out. Arnold gets the hitch. And a 1-yard pass turns into a 3-4-yard gain. And the Dragons will have a 2nd and 7.
Just a nice little quick pitch and catch. You know, just throwing it out there to see what you can get.
Get the ball, get it set, get it gone. The old quarterback credo. Ethan Arnold in the pistol. Motion right to left. He hands it off to that motion man on the jet sweep, inside sweep. Evan Hickerson with the carry. So, gain of 3. It'll be 3rd and 3 for the Dragons. Let's call it 4.
One of the staple plays of Jamie Reed's offense is the jet, and they just practice it so well. They know exactly how to run it. They do an excellent job.
It is well timed. It's been that way since game 1. That shutout loss to Christian Academy, but Christian Academy, it was a much closer game than the score indicated.
Exactly.
Flag on the play. It is a chop block, and that's where they call it on the right guy or on the right team.
2 guys blocking 1 guy, and
1 high, 1 low.
1 high, 1 low. I saw 77, the big right tackle, do an excellent job of what we call a reach block on that defensive
Hold
end.
that hand out. Make sure you keep him off.
Yeah, he did an excellent job of pinning that defensive end so he can run on the outside, but I'm not sure exactly if it was.
Was that 77?
77 did the nice reach block.
That's Wells.
But I don't know if it was him. He did a fine job. I don't know where the chop block happened, though.
And they marched that off. It'll be a 1st and goal. Oh, no. Just outside the 10. 1st and 10. To 12. Arnold takes a snap, throws it up to the pylon in the corner of the end zone. Incomplete.
This is where I think you and I, Paul, were talking about before the game started is that he's trying to get work on his passing game.
Yes. And they did it. They threw the ball well last week against North Oldham. They blocked well against North Oldham. They protected the quarterback. It's that North Oldham front, man. They get after you.
Yeah,
but
they're aggressive.
They're trying to instill some confidence in these receivers in the passing game here at South Oldham. 2nd and goal. Sprint right. Arnold on the run, just wound up and delivered a bullet low and inside. Incomplete.
This is one of those things you have to practice, that sprint out passing game. And if you don't, this is where, with you not throwing and releasing it correctly, that's the reason why the ball went to his knees. You have to be able to practice that a little bit more.
Your footwork affects your arm work. And the delivery off, because that footwork, Notre Dame used to run a great version of that back in the early 70s. My formative years watching guys like Tommy Clements run that. It's interesting because scampering through is Ethan Arnold for the score. And with 6:20 left, Ethan Arnold will give
That's just a nice
South Oldham a 40-0 lead.
Right. That's just a really nice quarterback, actually just athlete creating things to happen. I mean, he was going to go ahead and try to throw the ball. He didn't. It was a great job coverage by the Oldham County defensive backs, and then he decided to just go ahead and tuck it and run. And then that's where great athletic ability takes over, and he scores. Nice touchdown.
Nice TD run for Ethan Arnold. And the kick from Jackson Fisher is good. And we're going to take our final break as we will finish out the game. Running clock going, 5:20 left. Stay with us for the last 5+ minutes of this contest on Glycon Sports.
Range Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools football from Glycod.
Back deep for the Colonels, number 3, Brown.
We are not at the YMCA. All the fans are all into it. The old Village People tune. 4.5 minutes as we have a running clock going. It is 41-0. South Oldham Dragons with the lead over the homestanding Oldham County Colonels in the rivalry week battle finale. The kickoff down to the 10, muffed and picked right back up, but corralled down by Grant Owen Richards. The return man down out to the 16. 1st and 10 for the Colonels. To that muffed kick, about a 7-yard return. I believe that was number 16.
I'm trying to spot.
Will Carnesi.
See if they've rotated any new players in there.
Seen some fresh jerseys out there.
I think South Oldham's defense has spotted some new kiddos.
Yeah, you got number 10 back there in the free safety spot, Anthony Dixon. As Gilchrist runs left, he's looking for green, and he gets some green.
They have some nice little speed.
He really does. He got out to the 28. That was a 12-yard gain out to the 28. Gilchrist fatigued. He's moved a lot out there tonight.
He sure has.
Davis has come in replace of Kingston Dugan. Zach Davis making some plays, and there's Gilchrist. He finds, and he stands up one of the would-be tacklers and moves ahead, pulls ahead.
It's just
nice improvisational running there.
Yeah, he does a nice little spin move. He's not afraid to go ahead and run right in the trenches. He's a tough young man. I really like the way he plays.
Sorry on that return, William Carnes. Couldn't read that name on the little name on the paper there. Davis back. Empty backfield in the pistol. And he flips it on the jet action. Oh, and that is a big, big gainer for Isaac Bowman. Or Miller Brown, there's your opportunity for get him in offense.
Yes.
We talked about that earlier. Give him those specialty plays as a sophomore and let him gain some confidence.
Yeah, that tells me right there this is a bright future for Oldham County because they have some nice young talent, and they're showcasing them tonight to see what the future. Here he is as a wide receiver out there.
Plays a great free safety. And there's Gilchrist on the inside. Handoff under, minute 15 to play.
Gilchrist on the carry.
The Oldham County Colonels playing with some urgency here, but having to take some time getting the play to Zach Davis.
57 seconds left. The clock is running.
Under a minute to play, yes. And at the 32, will they take a shot and get on the board here. Davis straight back. He's going to heave it down the left sideline. Is someone there to get it? He is!
Yes.
And a terrific Mason Sidoris with a... Oh, that was a battle catch. He went up there. That ball was in the hands of Jackson Fisher, or was going to be. But that was a battle. That was a real contested, great reception. Under center. Handoff up the middle. Gilchrist wants it. He's got it. Oh, they called his knee down with the ball behind the line. Behind the goal line. Second down at the half-yard line. 2-1, and that is it. The rivalry contest is over. It is a final here at Bell Field, Chris Lander Stadium. 41 for South Oldham and 0 on the scoreboard for Oldham County. And Gary Satori, a fine performance from that South Oldham team. They keep getting better and better, and as these teams go through the handshake line.
Yes, this is where you want your team. They started out a little rough the first 3 games. But
tough competition.
Great. Ballard, I think, is probably one of the tougher, best teams out there in 6A. And then you've got Cal. I mean, the list keeps on getting better. But South Oldham is right where they need to be right now. They're performing on all cylinders. They're getting ready. Pretty soon it's district play.
Talked about second half. What do you look for when you were down 28-0 as the homestanding Colonels were? Did you see some things to look at positive for Oldham County?
I did. What I liked about it is I saw the kids never giving up. That's the first thing that I really love seeing, is the positive, that these young men never quit. They kept on fighting. That's the number one thing I saw that I really like.
Good fight from Oldham County.
Yes. Yeah. Number 2, we spotted and saw a little bit of future.
Yeah.
We were talking about Miller
Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we know now what he can do offensively. I like what I'm starting to see. I mean, the offensive line started playing a little bit better. Of course, that's on the same level as when they put some younger kids in.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing a lot of positive things in OC the second half.
Good stuff all the way around. We'll be back with our final look at our final stats and our final scoring plays, as well as our players of the game on our post-game show. Stay with us on Glycod Sports.
Summer is here. That puts a lot of strain on your air conditioner. Are you ready? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for an HVAC checkup. Because the last time you want to find out your air conditioner isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window, so you won't be kept waiting all day. We're fully stocked and prepared, and 90% of our calls are repaired that day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
Welcome to WDRB Home Design here at Watts Home Center. Today we're talking lighting, specifically outdoor lighting with Maddie. What What are some of the obstacles your clients face with outdoor lighting?
Well, anybody can really come in here and just pick out a fixture for the way that it looks. However, the real obstacle comes in knowing how many to use, where the placement needs to be, and what type of fixture to use to really bring emphasis to those focal points outside their home.
And the Watts team can help with this?
Yes, of course. We actually have designers like myself and electricians on hand here, so we can really help our customer from the start to finish of the whole design and installation process.
Tell us about the range of light fixtures that you have here.
Yeah, so here at Watts Home Center, we carry various interior decorative fixtures, exterior fixtures, landscape fixtures, and commercial luminaires. We've really been able to help our customer find any type of fixture they're looking for.
And that's WDRB Home Design here at Watts Home Center.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Watts Home Center. Whether it's building, restoring, or improving your home, visit the experts at Watts, 2350 Commerce Parkway in LaGrange. Watts Home Center, design that feels like home.
Welcome back to Bell Field, Chris Landers Stadium. The presentation of the Trent DiGiorno Trophy given to the winning South Oldham Dragons squad. Former terrific player at South Oldham and on at UK. Murdered 28 years ago, 1994. And the South Oldham side jubilant, but we'll recap the scoring here as the Oldham County team meets on the field for a chat around head coach Tayshawn McBroom. The second half scoring, 5:30 to go in the third quarter. South Oldham's Julian Miles, 7-yard TD run. 2-point conversion was tried at that point to get to 36, which would have enabled a running clock. It failed. 6:20 to go in the fourth quarter. It was Ethan Arnold, the quarterback, coming in, getting some playing time. Backup quarterback, an 11-yard touchdown run to set, and the kick from Jackson Fisher was good. Set the final score 41-0. Oldham County made a great last gasp effort with a running clock. They got down the field, but got stuck just a half yard shy of the end zone on their final drive. And we will return with our players of the game and our highlights on our post-game show here, and brought to you in part by Crestwood State Farm agent Leslie Gilley. For a quote on home, auto, or life insurance, contact Leslie at 502-384-6184. We'll be back with those players of the game. Stay with us on glycod.com.
Welcome to WDRB Home Design here at Watts Home Center. Today we're talking ways to give your home a facelift. Jim, what are some updates and trends for doors this season?
The most popular door of the year so far has been this 3/4 6 light, shown here as a double French door. I've sold this in this configuration, a door with side lights, a single door. People are loving the natural light this year.
In addition to doors, windows are another great way to update your home, right?
Absolutely. There's no better way to increase your home's energy efficiency than new windows. And if you're about to sell your house, nothing looks better on a property listing than new windows.
So can you and your team provide me an estimate to match my particular budget?
Absolutely. With multiple products and vendors, we can work with your budget to get your home the product it needs.
The Watts Home Center team can answer all of your window and door questions. So come on out and see them here in LaGrange, or go to wattshomecenter.com to learn more.
Looking for sound, prudent financial advice? Did you know that one of the brightest and best financial advisors is in your own backyard? Robin Lawson of Financial Solutions Incorporated has a mission to understand your long-term goals and to create a specific strategy just for you. Robin understands the challenges that face most of us today and offers fresh, out-of-the-box thinking that can put you on the road to financial freedom. Contact Robin Lawson today at 502-225-9900. That's 502-225-9900, or visit lawsonfinancial.net.
Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters. Colossians 3:23. Stinnett Plumbing, proudly serving Oldham County with a complete array of services from faucet fixes to bathroom renovations. Locally owned, built on integrity, and committed to bringing exceptional quality work to you. On call 24 hours a day for emergency repairs. Phone 502-690-3070. Stinnett Plumbing.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools football from Glycod.
Welcome back to Belfield, Chris Lander Stadium here at Oldham County High School. It was a 41-0 win for the visiting South Oldham Dragons. And now for our most outstanding players, brought to you by Crestwood State Farm agent Leslie Gilly. For a quote on home, auto, or life insurance, contact Leslie at 502-384-6184. And Gary Satori for the visiting winners, South Oldham. Player of the game is?
I'm going to go with the quarterback.
Nick Hamilton.
Nick Hamilton, excellent job.
Yes, running the offense, control.
Yeah, the whole way. He just is, just absolutely he was a general of the field.
And not only a good general, but an accurate one with the passing game and reading all those option plays that he would have to run. A well-done job. Nick Hamilton, the most outstanding player for the South Oldham Dragons, winners tonight, 41-0 over the Oldham County Colonels. And now for the Oldham County Colonels, your choice for player of the game.
Well, we kept on saying his name. He was so fast, and he was just a tough kid, a tailback. What? Go ahead.
It's Grant Gilchrist.
Yeah.
And I'm going to throw out there Miller Brown as well.
Yes.
A young man that played pass defense so very well all night long. Had one opportunity on a jet sweep. We saw his speed as well. Future looking bright with that young sophomore also as a terrific wrestler on the interscholastic level as well. So, our players of the game brought to you by Crestwood State Farm agent Leslie Gilly. For a quote on home, auto, and life insurance, contact Leslie at 502-384-6184. We are through with our game this week. Gary, what a pleasure to chat with you. I know we have some interesting stories to talk about in our past, but this football game is the one we want to discuss right now. Your closing thoughts on this win for South Oldham.
Well, just like we talked about before the game, during the game, South Oldham is right where they need to be. They're doing exactly the right things. They're doing not a lot of things, but they're doing the little things right. And Coach Reed and his staff has done an excellent job of molding these young men, and I think the future is bright. They're doing the right things to go right into district play. I see them going very deep into the playoffs.
We see North Oldham with a 49-26 win and scores of other games. Male 23-21 victorious over Trinity High School. St. Xavier drops their first contest of the season to Cincinnati Elder. So a look at some of the games from around the area. There you go. For our producer Colby Martin. Colby, thank you so much for all your hard work. Doing double duty tonight as well, camera and production. Fantastic job as always, Colby Martin. Great to have you by our side. And Gary Satori, thank you so much. What a pleasure it was, buddy. That was good fun.
Yeah, I had a great time. It really was working with you, Cody, and with Paul. I'll tell you, it was a lot of blast. I had a great time. It was
good.
Fun.
Good. The Hall of Famer for Gary Satori and for Colby Martin. I'm Paul Najar saying so long from Chris Lander Stadium in Belfield here in Buckner, Kentucky at Oldham County High School for Glycod Sports. Thanks and good night, everybody.
Car's been damaged. Regardless of make or model, visit the experts at Roy's Body Shop. Roy's is locally owned and operated with free towing and lifetime warranty on all collision repairs. Plus, they provide deductible savings for every insurance claim. Open weekdays 9 to 5 at 2604 Highway 146 in LaGrange. Give them a call at 502-222-0948 or online at roysbodyshop.com. Roy's Body Shop. Collision repair for the people.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in, like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools football from Glycod. From Glycod, this has been Roy's Body Shop Oldham County High Schools football. Roy's Body Shop in LaGrange. Collision repair for the people. Tonight's game was also brought to you by Anderson Sales and Service in Crestwood, making your life easier with quality products and quality service. Watts Home Center, design that feels like home. Thompson Heating and Cooling, making people comfortable. LaGrange Service Center, quality car care since 1964. State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilly, and by Mortensen Family Dental.
For schedule information about our upcoming broadcasts, visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from Glycod.